I was muted the whole time. I've been yapping for a whole minute. God, I hate streaming. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do this today. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. God damn it, man. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Yeah, I took, let's see, it's been like, how many days has it been since I streamed? It's been like 8 days, so my mic was so muted from recording other footage. But, pretty much, I was taking some actual time off for once, kind of. I mean, I still been posting shorts every day. I still posted a video. But, me and a few of the mods and Lou, we did, a Terraria playthrough. So that basically took up my stream time for this week. But do I have regrets? Not as many as I should. Not as many as I should. Yeah, so it's so quiet in here right now. I usually have audio playing right when the stream starts. So we are going to be today watching the here, I'll put the disclaimer up. We'll go ahead and talk about all this in a second. But we are going to be watching the Super Paper Mario Any% Human Theory TAS 2.0 by Sacred Ghost. Reaction streamer arc, yes, exactly. This is I've never done a stream like this where I like react to a big long thing. So honestly, I think it'll just be fun. It'll be fun to not have to play the game and I just watch the game and talk about the game. So there's two versions of this TAS on YouTube. There is this one right here, which is on Sacred Ghost's YouTube channel. There's also a commentated version. You can see this linked below on the main SPM community channel where a few members of the speedrun community explain some stuff. But for today, we're just going to watch the uncommented one.
SPM and Bringley's Peak.
Yo, Retrofan, thank you for the $2 playing SPM and watching stream at the same time. My goat. So we're going to watch the uncommented version, and I'm going to provide my terrible commentary on top of it. And if you want to hear commentary from people who know how this game works, I highly recommend the one on the SPM community channel. Shoutouts DK Hot Wheel, true. Color Splash Any% world record when? I think it's like 11 hours, so I will never watch it.
Who is TAS and why is he so good at speedrunning so many games?
Tommy Allen Steven is what TAS is short for, and Tom is a very, very good gamer. He is very good at a variety of games.
I don't like the design of the hammer but matching touch. Give the Mario gang a funky pixel hammer to swing around.
IXS, thank you for the 5. It's definitely because they had the hammer integrated in the game more like T2ID at first and locked it behind a pixel later.
I saw my super chats in your recent video.
Yo, Austin, thank you for the 2. This one might make it in as well. Although, if thinking ahead to the edit, I'm probably going to cut out this rambling part. But that's the fun of the streams, is we get to ramble.
Pop quiz. Say my name.
Solemnity. I'm so bad. I'm terrible. I don't think that's even correct.
Did you guys know that Tyranny's End in the Calamity mod of Terraria has a reference to TID? The projectiles are called Piercing Blow. Turtle, wow.
That's true. Jobby, thank you for the 5. Yeah, Jobby was here for the Terraria playthrough, and we found a
and
T2ID
I'm playing
reference.
2 to 3, I'm doing Hampter.
Yo, Retrofan, good luck with Hampter. Kevin, thank you so much for the membership. Caffeine Addicts, thank you so much for the gifted membership. My goats. What's up, Astro? Yeah, Astro was part of the playthrough as well. It's still on my mind. So anyways, this video is 3 hours and 41 minutes long, so we should probably get started.
Your name is Heisenberg.
My name is Heisenberg. Oh, wait, say my name. I get it. I get it. So yeah, we'll get started. I'll probably skip through some of the loads
Not
and the
quite,
long segments, but I don't know. We'll decide when we get there.
Lol.
I'll get it one day. One day I'll get better. I could look it up, but I don't want to. It's cheating. Yo, Rickroll, thank you for the gifted membership. No Mudkip Snipe today. We're like on probably month 3 of trying to get Mudkip gifted at this point. I don't even know how long it's been. So, real quick, let's talk about this disclaimer right here and what a human theory TAS is. So, a human theory TAS is a tool-assisted speedrun that is designed to mimic what a human could actually do. So all of the strategies used in it are things that humans do in actual...
You're goddamn right.
You're goddamn right. All of the tricks in this are things that people do in actual speedruns. I think there's some TAS flair in it at some points, you know, where they do like stupid things just to look cool that don't save any time. But like, that's just fun. So like, why not?
Tool assist these nuts, Mr. Strimmer Man.
Tool assist these nuts. Thank you so much for the 5 apoplectic. SMH, thank you for gifted membership. If I didn't already say it, I'm losing track of things. I'm trying to explain and stream, and at 8 days, I'm so rusty. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing things that humans could actually do, and it's essentially made to see what could happen if like Castle or someone just hit the most god run of all time and made 0 mistakes and did everything perfectly without things that a human could never do consistently anyway. So I'm gonna stop yapping for a little bit and we're gonna actually start the video. I think there's like a cool little intro on this. Oh wait, also wait, one more thing I should mention from this though, actually, is that you can see right here, the following task has been modified in post to match the loading times of the Wii U Virtual Console. So this task was definitely made on...
A Book of Mario stream would be peak.
Thank you for the 2. I've unfortunately seen and played Book of Mario before, so it wouldn't be like a raw new reaction from me. That's the problem. So this task was created in Dolphin because there's no tasking tools like on the Wii U, obviously, but it was edited to have, like with video editing, to have the load times of Wii U Virtual Console, because that's what everyone actually runs on. So like this is not really a proper, or like it's technically like it's meant as a showcase rather than a proper run, because it like is edited to have proper load times. But for the purposes of this, it makes the most sense to just do it this way. There will be text on screen for Wii U lag spots. Okay, sick. So let's actually start for real now. This is basically just like watching a movie, but it's even longer than an actual movie. I think there's a funny little intro. So this, I think, is this the previous human theory task, or is this the Sum of Community best run right now that we're seeing a clip from? Because both of those things exist out there. Ro. Big bro. Oh yeah, the overlay we'll explain in a second also. The overlay on this is really cool.
Not sure if any of you played Summoner in your run, but the temporal umbrella weapon also has a cool TID reference built into the hammer projectile.
Wait, I didn't even notice that one. One of us did play Summoner and I didn't see that. I didn't play it. Are you awake? You've been out cold for over 8 months. There's been so many new things I found since you last moved. Yeah, I won't lie. You kind of sucked last time. Don't look at me like that. You did this to yourself. You also missed things last time too.
Every task is made better by Turtle Wow. Turtle Wow.
This is true. Turtle Wow.
Turtle Wow. Turtle Wow. Turtle Wow.
Okay, well, just go do it again. I'll be waiting for you here.
Turtle Wow.
I like this text edit. This is fun.
Wow. Turtle Wow.
Turtle Wow. Also, Retro Fan, thank you for the 2. I don't know exactly what a Super Paper Mario Nuzlocke would look like, but I've had some ideas related to that before. Or like that you could vaguely consider a Nuzlocke. Okay, so I did see this when I was skimming through this. I love the way that they made the overlay draw in. It's sick. So this overlay is a really, really cool and fun and useful aspect of this. Yeah, God, it looks good. It looks so good. So there's not a whole lot of information here right now, but as we can already see, we're going to see what characters we have. We're going to see all the pixels we have. And then the more useful ones to see, in my opinion, are especially key items and regular items. We're going to constantly see which ones they have. So it really helps you keep track of progress. And I really like that they have a separate spot for the gold bar down here because it's just such a staple item. They have 9 items here and then 1 for the gold bar. Suspiciously gold bar shaped hole. Exactly. Okay, so we'll see how the splits actually appear once we get further into it. I think I will just skip the intro because it's just the intro of the game. We've seen this a million billion times. It's just mashing. Yo, Phantom Diamond, thank you for the 2 months as a Bringle stack. Stuck at work, so I'll watch the VOD later when I get home. Been binge watching Color Splash VODs, and I got one thing to say. Turtle, wow. Brungle Rock, Gang, Rochambeau, Turtle, wow. Gooner Guy, W. Thank you, Phantom Diamond. I appreciate it. So, let's... I mean, we can see the godly mashing of TAS. Like... But we're going to be seeing a whole lot of this. But skipping the intro, I think, is valid here. So here, let's skip to our first actual gameplay. All right, look at that. We're moving. So you're going to see very, very often. I mean, speedrunners do this in real-time runs anyway. I do this as well. When they walk, they'll do a short hop immediately. And the task that's going to be like the first possible frame because you accelerate slightly faster when you jump. Your top speed is the same, but the acceleration is just a little bit faster and it adds up over the course of a run.
Minimum 2 presses next.
Minimum 2 presses would be sick to watch also. I have not seen that one before. I haven't seen this one in its entirety before either. I blink and there's door. Yeah, the short hops are going to happen a lot. Yeah, it's like fast acceleration from Super Mario Bros. 1, except it's pretty easy. Like, you just jump and go. A 2 press is a 2 press. You can't say it's only a half. Yeah, every crumb of speed matters. So, like, I mean, that's another thing that's a difference between a human theory task and an actual run. Is like you'll lose frames not hitting those jumps on the earliest possible moment, like across the run. And that's not going to happen here. Okay, so let's skip more cutscenes. Just more cutscenes. I know this part of the game very well. We're speedrunning our reaction. We're already 9 minutes into the video. Look at this. Theoretical worst SPM run when. Wait, that's actually a great idea. I've had a similar video idea with like Mario 64 before. Like I've thought about getting every worst time on all of the main categories for the game. And the problem is the worst 120 star run is like a let's play that's like 17 hours. So like I'd have to be slower than 17 hours. Okay, so I think this is just going to be like hold right, avoid all obstacles. I think that they intentionally make sure they have 0 coins. This is a thing I started to do in my pit runs also. Hold on, let's see this optimal tippy use. What does this look like in the task? I'm curious. Pretty optimal, yeah. Yeah, I could never. I wonder how, like... I don't know, maybe top runners are just smarter than me and they don't lose as much time doing tippy things, but I suck at tippy. It just never works consistently for me. No. Okay, so 3D. Let's skip the text. Did they grab the items? Just the shell shock, not even the shroom shake. The shroom shake is just so not worth it. So the shell shock goes into the inventory. It's got the fire burst here as well. And this display thing is so useful. There's already a suspiciously spicy soup-shaped hole that we're going to see soon. Oh yeah, shell shock for 2-1 boomer skip. But still, fuck that shroom shake.
He sucks at just the tip.
Exactly. That's me. Okay, let's see. See, there's a... So that's another bit of tech you see a lot in Super Paper Mario speedruns right here. Is as the 3D timer runs out...
I need this game on Switch too.
Yo, Exodus, thank you for the 5.
Features are finally a good replacement for pointer power.
I know. I think that Galaxy in 3D All-Stars is the best way to experience Galaxy. So I think it would work fantastic in Super Paper Mario. So this isn't even like tactical damage right here. It's just when this 3D timer runs out, you take 1 damage. But the problem is it's way faster to walk through most levels in 3D because, you know, you can just go around all of the obstacles. And when you take damage, as long as you are in the air and still have momentum, you will continue your forward momentum so you don't lose any time. Now, it looks like the TAS like very optimally does it right there. But you can see there's actually like some time, like if we look, we can frame advance. You can do this on YouTube, by the way, using the little like, they're not called carets, but like the greater than, less than symbols, the comma and period keys. If you hold shift, you can go frame by frame on YouTube. So you can see that because they jumped like really early in the like damage animation, they're already like good to go at the peak of the jump. And this basically means that as long as you take damage and end the animation within this air window, you don't really lose time. Yeah, oh wait, they're called the chevrons. Also, I'm dumb. You don't press shift for the comma and period. You just press shift for the chevrons. Ignore me. I'm stupid. So yeah, that happens a lot as well. That's like tech that is used extensively in like any Super Paper Mario things. I do that when playing casually now too.
My voice will be gone if SPM remake happens.
So fair. Oh wait, yeah, there was the text right there. Hold on, there was a Wii U VC lag spot. Okay, so they edited that in because this game lags in very consistent ways as long as you follow the same route. So, like, if you were playing it on Wii U, you'll always hit that tiny little lag spike there. It just happens like that. Oh, yeah, true phaser. I'll point that out in the next room. Also, yeah, for those who blinked, the fast flower point grind. There's people that can kind of do this in real time. It's really hard, though. But, oh, man, is it gorgeous. So if you don't miss any jumps with a faster slow flower, you can get 86,000 points there. I think people have done that whole grind in real time, but it's hard. So, like Phaser pointed out, at the beginning of any room where you're going to be in 3D, they will immediately swap to 3D. This is a thing I always forget to do when I'm actually running. Is you instantly swap to 3D rather than walking first, so you only have to accelerate once. Because acceleration is also like the slowest part of your movement. Like the jump speeds it up, but obviously moving is faster than not moving and starting moving. I try shaking my Wii remote for fast flower grinds. Yeah, stylish just might make it a little more consistent. Definitely a little slower though. And I mean, 86,000 points is already a ton to have at this point. Yes, I am trying to tell you that moving is faster than not moving. 9 out of 10 dentists say this. And there's 1-1. So that level is like pretty standard because, you know, there's not really a lot of options yet. But we're going to see a nice clean green bridge skip here. I'm sure. And our good old shortcut right here. Yeah, the icons in the bottom left are also really nice. Oh, wow. What a beautiful Bluetooth Vine movement. I could do that so much faster. Oh, my God. That was so good. Yeah, they're just going to be... So, is it faster to jump uphill in this game? It actually might be. Because otherwise, I don't... Like, they haven't been constantly jumping otherwise. Because like I said, jumping accelerates you faster. Uphill, it might make you a little faster. It is. Okay. So that's good to know. I always just spam jump when I'm moving in 3D anyway. But if you are going uphill, spamming jump is faster. All right, let's look at this optimal red talk right here. God, it's so clean. I should also start doing it like that. ADHD Mario. I'll give you $500 if you can beat this TAS. I'll give anyone $500 if they can beat this TAS. They didn't know about Red Bridge Skip, SMH fake Bringle fan. See, the thing about Red Bridge Skip, though, is the only known method to do it at this point in the game is either Life Shroom Jump, which Life Shroom Jumps are just insanely hard and inconsistent because it's a one frame at 60 FPS with no real consistent or good visual cue. And the other method is to use Dashel. And Dashel takes a lot of time to get. It's not going to work in an any percent run. All right, so here's our green bridge skip. Oh my god, it's doing it flipless. It's doing it without flipping back to 2D. That's crazy. I don't know how hard that is compared to regular. It's not quite... I don't even know. I don't know how much time that saves. Probably, you know, at least a flip animation. Or 2 flip animations, because you flip and then flip back. And then the game gives you Thoreau. We know about this. We've established this. Okay, 1-3. I want to see the 10 jumps under the red tree. I want to see how optimal those are. All right, do they also do the point grind here? They probably don't because of how good the... Okay, the fast flower is worth it. But yeah, no point grind. That 1,000 from the mushroom. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The 10 jumps into the exact spot to go in the door. Okay, so this is also going to be the version of this movement that I should learn. Mushroom text during fast flower to save time. Oh my god, that's so smart.
Like megabytes, by the way.
Hey, I love megabytes. I think they're awesome. Okay, there's that squig jump right there. Slightly faster than flipping back and throwing it on the spring, because you just got to do less stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, chunks. The boss fights in this are going to be really fun also, because TAS boss fights are even crazier than human boss fights. Like, humans have done them this way, but just with the way that this game's hitboxes and momentum works, doing them this consistently fantastically is impossible. Okay. Yeah, it's just... Doing this without throwing him in the corner is pretty difficult. But there we go. No stylishes either. That's clean. That's way harder than it looks. It's just way harder to do all those angles and movements and momentum things consistently. That's the thing about Super Paper Mario is I feel like a lot of the tricks are deceptively difficult or technical. All right, here's the ice gerbil skip, I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah, this is still the fastest human strat. I can do this strat. It's fun. I like it. Wow, the double hit on the ice gerbil for the XP, I presume? That's actually sick.
If we get a remake, how would they change the visuals? Cause this game
Wait, are we doing blue pedestal on the
aesthetic.
left? They're just jumping to be, like, to farm aura here. This is, like, not anything. Yo, left blue pedestal. Let's go. I've only ever done it and seen it done on the right. Yo, Zyro, thank you for the 5. Visually, I don't know exactly what they do for a remake. I just hope they make 3D a little bit less ugly and barren. Daniel, thank you for the 11 months. Bro, power bounced him. We're going to be seeing plenty of power bouncing throughout this run. Maybe even like, what's a step above power bouncing? Mega bouncing? I don't know. That's some Paper Mario 64 shit at that point. Mega bounce? I don't even know. All right, clean movement. Okay, so another thing that's worth talking about that's a small piece of optimization. So you'll notice that even in this human theory TAS where everything is optimized, they don't enter the door right away and instead walk to the middle of the door and then turn around. And this seems slower because it's literally just taking...
fart has arrived.
Yo, Deciduous, thank you for the fart. So the reason for this is whenever you open any door, I think it's both pixels. I'm certain it's definitely the second pixel. So in this case, Thoreau. Because your pixel has to travel to the door. And it actually takes less time for you to move Mario in position to manipulate how your pixel moves. So look how fast the row goes in the door there. If you just pressed it instantly, he'd take forever. So you save, like, actually several frames each time you do that, and it's very easy to do, so it adds up over the course of the run. It's definitely not called the Jork strat. All right, we're not doing... Okay, no, this is the key that we can't skip. Never mind. I was gonna say, wait a minute, but I'm just dumb. Ignore me. Okay, what version of key early is it gonna do? Is it gonna do the same version that I do? I know there's another way that you can do this trick. No, this is the version that I do. Just way cleaner and quicker than I can do it. The Z-Manip wasn't found yet. Does the Z-Manip strat save time? Or is it just a, like, kind of easier-ish alternative for some people? Because I saw it pitched as, like, a easier strat to do. But I've already learned the other strat to the point where it's not really worth spending time to learn a different version. Alright, there's that throw grab right there. I've been told that that doesn't really save time, but it looks cool. I've done it, like, successfully maybe once. In a run. It's around 3 seconds faster just because it saves 2 flips. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's 3 seconds that could be saved with a new discovery so far. 3 whole seconds. Basically, this video is so outdated and horribly inaccurate now. Damn, that throw. That probably, like, almost pixel perfect position right there. Just throwing it so Mario doesn't have to walk to it and walk back. Throw's animation isn't even particularly fast, so I don't think that saves much time. I know, 3 seconds off, horribly outdated video. SMH. Alright, so jumping right down into the perfect spot for that door. 3, 1, 4, 2. Look at that. So you're saying you could beat this TAS? No. Alright, we spawned the staircase because Mario cannot jump that high at this point. We gotta do it. Only footage of that staircase ever being climbed that fast ever. It's impossible. It's not impossible, obviously, but it's impossible. Okay, let's see what Fractale looks like. So... some cutscenes. This game has a few of those, if you haven't noticed. Like this one that's an entire minute long, so that you can start the fight that's another minute of just waiting.
Huzzah. After watching silently for months, here is my first participation.
Yo, Mads4Nerds, thank you so much for the 8 bones. Welcome to the stream. Nah, we appreciate the lurkers here. Shout outs lurkers. Thank you so much for joining. Why are they... Why is he walking in place? Like, I know this is just like, this is some BM stuff where they're just mashing D-pad on and then off every other frame. I don't even know how they're walking in place here. Aura farming, that's what it is. Oh yeah, no, a bunch of this movement is just like flexing, yeah. I just don't know what he's walking against because you can't normally do that. So right here, if you take damage and jump onto the front of Fractale, you can save just a little bit of time. Because you're like as far forward on Fractale's back as you can be. Look at that tactical weight right there for the Frackle spawn. Okay, now we're going to do fast Fractale. That's way more impressive than it looks like to do it that quickly. It's not that hard to do this strat a little bit quicker than, or like not a little bit slower than this and still get it. But basically the way that this trick works, holding the Frackle is, I want to say it's possible without holding the Frackle, but there's no like you shouldn't even like attempt it without if you have the option to get one. So what happens here is holding the Frackle, will allow you to, here, I'll show you what the Frackle's for. First, the 3D movement has nothing to do with it. So flipping to 3D here, then flipping back is just a really good stall to get you into this position, which is pretty much the highest point you can be while technically being within jump range of this antenna. Yo, Kevin, thank you for the 3 months. So the Frackle just pushes Mario a slight bit. Just a little bit. But it makes it so much easier to get, because then you can have more height while still being closer. It actually pushes him a little more than you'd think. Look at how far that is. It's actually, like, pretty noticeable. And then Fractail keeps, like, coming in a little bit more. And then you need to wait and jump when the antenna is going to be at a low point in its animation. So, like, right here, you can see the antenna is going down when we go frame by frame. Just a little bit. Just so Mario can barely get on the hitbox. Because Fractail, like, goes up and down as he's floating in place. And his hitboxes move exactly with his animation. And now he is dead. And I think we're going to have a lot of cutscenes, so I think we can just skip for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, I think we could probably skip the entire intermission section. It's just going to be optimal text mashing. This is what it'll look like. Super Paper Mario. We love Super Paper Mario. Yeah, but we don't have to watch this because it's just cutscenes.
I don't like the design of flop-side pit dark enemies. I feel like they'd be much better if they just had their eyes cut out.
Yeah, but then they'd have googly eyes, which would also be really funny looking, and I would kind of like it. Okay, so they unlock Peach with the spiky soup. So we get Peach right here. So the reason, I've said this at some points before in various streams, but here, we're going to go back to gameplay here now. So, Piplup, thank you for the 7 months with the what the fuck, all caps. So, people have, like, been at, or, like, I see people theorize this all the time. People say, like, oh, wait, I need to scroll up one tick. People are like, wait, why do you unlock Peach instead of just going straight to this heart pillar? Because we can totally get to this heart pillar without Peach by using some squiglet manipulation stuff. But if you get to this heart pillar without Peach and try to place the pure heart in it, it will soft block your game. It's hard-coded to only work if you're in the proper sequence and already have Peach. So if you went over here and did this trick with Mario before, which is possible if you clip through the gate, you can actually get over here and do this without cheats. You grab this guy, throw him here, bounce up there, use this heart pillar, and if you don't have Peach in your party, you soft block. Why? Because you do. Yo, Senpai Soda, thank you so much for the membership. Misogyny skip. Yeah, no, this game doesn't let you be misogynistic. You have to get Princess Peach. And I mean, you will need Peach for 3-4 anyways, yes. But even if there was some shenanigans with having your party like changed and her getting put back in your party, it's still not possible to skip Peach there. Peach heard about your adventures in Flipside. Okay, there's another spot right there where the Wii U Virtual Console release lags. All right, let's see what 2-1 looks like. I'm excited to see the clean boomer skip that they're going to hit. Boomer skip is a cool trick. Lagging on a single-player game is insane. Hey, you know what? It was playing it off a disc that was spinning 1,000,000 miles an hour in the disc drive. We'll give the Wii the benefit of the doubt here. Okay, there's one of the few Peach swaps in this run, just because she's not as good as Mario. So a fun thing about Princess Peach, actually, and the reason that she is so specifically avoided while speedrunning, isn't just because Mario's 3D flip is by far the most useful and time-saving ability, but Peach actually walks quite a bit slower than Mario. I want to say that her top walking speed is about 70% of Mario's.
I'd love to see you react to this Paper Mario mod for Smash. It's by Nano,
Yo.
and a channel called 64IOs posted a moveset showcase earlier today. It's sick.
Yo, John, thank you so much for the 20. I think I saw that pop up in my recommended. I'll take a look at that later and see if it's something that I want to look at on stream or not. Because, like, I'm not a big Smash guy. So, like, I don't know if I'd actually be able to offer anything that people would care about in terms of Smash. But I'm a Paper Mario guy, so maybe I can balance it out. But anyway, so the reason about Peach not being used, she walks slower than Mario by way more than you'd think. And honestly, it's kind of a dumb game design choice. All the characters should walk the same speed, except for maybe Bowser. I see why they don't make Bowser walk as fast, because he's pretty overpowered. But Peach should move the same speed. It's kind of a scam. So right here, instead of going up there and flipping in 3D right here, you can save a flip by waiting for this paratrooper to come down and bumping into him and taking damage. And if you can save a flip, it saves a couple seconds because of the flip animation. All right, nice clean jump there. I've hit that before. It's nice. Yo, Geo with the 7 months. Brongle doesn't smash. No, Brongle doesn't. Don't Luigi and Mario move the same speed? Yes. Take the heels off, Peach. Free the dogs. Okay, so we are actually swapping to Peach here. What strat is this? Oh, that's right. It's for this out-of-bounds clip.
Also, this isn't baseball.
This is not baseball, no. There were no baseballs harmed or used in the making of this stream. Or task, probably. So this right here is a fun little strat. This is a fun little strat. There's an easier-ish way to do this, but it has more Paragoomba bullshit. But clipping out of bounds here just lets you hit the blue switch in the background, because you can like clip into the background in 3D and it just uses like the same hitbox. It's not like a separate level or anything. So you can just do this and then jump on the switch, stand on the background, and activate the door. And there's a couple ways to do it, but that is definitely the cleanest one for like a human Theory TAS. And then once again, no Megastar, because the Megastar animation is like 3, maybe 4 years long. So we're just going to walk it. And of course, because it's a task, they're not going to have any problems with weaving through these enemies. It's not terribly hard, but at least as somebody who's not as good at the game while playing this level, you definitely bump into those enemies sometimes. All right, now we're getting ready for Boomer Skip. So all my pit percent viewers will not recognize this, because this trick is not worth going for in pit percent, but it is much more worth it in any percent. So that jump off that guy right there is good, but that's not even what Boomer Skip is. This is Boomer Skip. So this is what the shell shock we grabbed earlier is for. So by making the shell shock big, you can flip into 3D, grab it, and with this setup right here, with a bunch of specific movements that realistically, if you want to learn how to do this, you should just watch an actual tutorial for it. But functionally, by moving Mario in a very specific way, you can get this big shell to hit the blue switch on the level above. So Mario jumps to the left here. There's a moment where you flip around and hold right. There's a moment where you're holding up. I forget the exact order. And if you throw it within the right window with the right angles and stuff, you can hit the blue switch up there. Yeah, this is a little bit of a YOLO movement. There's more consistent setups that are slower. That's true. I have done this with save states before. I didn't feel like grinding shell shocks or whatever, but I have done it with save states. I explained this in the which pixels can you skip video. But it's a pretty cool trick, because that blue switch is really the only thing that Boomer is blocking off right now. And that unlocks this door. And then we can proceed to the end of the level. And as we learned from that same video, and, you know, lots of people have maybe learned before, we also get awarded with Boomer. Boomer is useful. The game just gives them to us. That's that text right there, except it's in Japanese, but it says, like, this pixel heard all about your adventures while waiting beneath Gloam Valley. Boomer the exploding pixel's now your friend, is what the English version of that text box says. Yo, Hayden with
Almost
the 11
caught up
months
on
as a Pringle
VOD's
stack.
Turtle, wow.
1 month till the red star. Thank you so much, Hayden. Charlocal, thank you for the 2. Almost caught up on VODs. I know that week I took off actually probably helped VOD watchers catch up a little bit. Okay, so you unfortunately do. This is one of the few doors in the game where you can walk behind these curtains
Boomer
in 2D,
okay.
but you can't enter this door unless you flip to 3D, so there's no way to save that flip there. Yeah, no, Boomer is useful. Boomer is very useful. Do not worry. Alright, so this room should look pretty standard because all they can really do is hit the switch and then wait for the thing to come down. There's just no way around it. I don't know how you can just make Mario walk in place. I don't actually know what combo of inputs does that. But clearly they're able to just do it, and it's some task flare stuff. I don't even know how to do it though.
Everyone excited for what's coming up in a month.
Oh, they actually took damage. Okay, if anyone was ever wondering, you do not get crushed by that. You take a single damage because Super Paper Mario is a game made for children to play. Yo, Jobby, thank you for the 2. Hamster for Charity's coming up.
Paper Mario?
I assume that's what you're referring to. It's slightly less than a month away. Who is the bomb in Paper Mario? I gotta go with Bobbery, but I'm sure there's a lot of Bombette supporters as well. Nice hitboxes. So this thing actually does, if it eats you, it doesn't damage you, but it throws you out of the mansion. But its hitbox is funny, so you can just kind of do that. No, Jobby, surely you're talking about Garfield Kart 2. It damages you with 0 damage. And that is 2-2. So let's go into 2-3, break a vase, and then we're going to have to get on the wheel probably. That's probably the only way to beat this level, I'm thinking. So I think I explained this in one of the recent videos, but even if you skip the breaking the vase, it doesn't matter because Banker Mimi won't spawn, and we need Banker Mimi so we can give her the 1,000,000 rubies. Because if you don't give her the 1,000,000, the star block will not spawn. So believe it or not, we're actually we're walking past the room. Wait, no, they're going to the wrong room. Wait, actually, what are they doing in here? Is there a reason? What's the reason they reload the room there? I'm actually not 100% sure. Oh, I bet it's to line up the cycles of the lasers better. Oh, no, that's definitely what it is. It's to line up the cycles of the laser. It saves around a second. Yeah. Oh, man, I thought it'd be more than a second. But these things do move pretty slow, so whatever time saves you can get makes sense to go for. The vase break was in time with the music. The vase break sound is funny. Something I learned about that vase recently while messing around with things after doing the water only challenge. This was after I was doing it. I was recording some like extra footage or something. Is that in chapter 2-3, if you use Thudley on top of the block while the vase is still on it, and you like hit the block and the vase with Thudley, you'll crash the game. Can't do that under normal conditions because you'd never have Thudley, but it is a thing that I discovered. So anyways, they get the vault, yada yada. We know how it goes. But then, since we skipped Slim, like I discussed in that one recent video also, we could do fuck-ass jump. Yeah, you just kind of jump through it. You just fucking jump through the bars. They're just not made of solid materials, and you just jump through them. It's so funny. All right, something Slim the Slimming Pixel has joined you. Your vulgar terminology shall never be common parlance. Okay. So, anyone who wants to play this game again casually sometime soon, look at this part. Go in the first door here. Go in this second door here. And then jump up on this guy and go in that door right there. Boom, you're through the first part. Easy. Hi. But that's the fun part. Hey, I mean, you can do it whatever way you want. But if you're just looking to get through it, that's how you do it. All right, so I don't think anything crazy happens in this section. We still got some cutscenes. She breaks her neck. She becomes Spider, etc., etc. The fact that the game forces you to Slim after awarding you to him actually saves a pixel swap, which is kind of neat. Because every time you unlock a new pixel via the failsafe, it puts them at the front of your party. Breadward skip. Yeah, we skipped Breadward. Also, pay attention to this is the route. This is how you get through this part. Wow. Yeah, you'll need to use 3D. But you go in this door here, top left, in the room with the schlurps. Boom. Once you see this atomic boo, you're GG. I love the instant tippies. It's so funny every time. Wow. Amazing. Wasn't paying attention. Smile. Now you're all good. What? They hit the block just for the super mushroom to not even get consumed? That's the saddest thing in the world. Third toilet from the left is Merly. Annual, that's my Merly show. Oh my god, wait, I need to make a short about this. No, I already have this written down, but you can learn a ton of fun information about Mimi and Merly here, like just a ton of character detail. And then the part where it has you pick one is always it's always the one on the left. Because she has the fly around her. You can see the fly because she's stinky from being in the toilet. But if you get it wrong, nothing happens and the game continues exactly the same as normal. It just, like, doesn't matter which one you get. Or which one you pick. It's so silly. They do all that and it literally doesn't punish you if you're wrong. At Bringles Can, you should go in a toilet. Well, why would I do that? Wait. Oh no, no one say it. Nobody say Skibbity Bringle. I'm pretty sure getting the quiz wrong saves a few frames. Did they get the quiz wrong in the TAS? Wait. I thought that I assumed that they picked the correct one because I can't read Japanese. No, they got the correct one. Okay, so this is so outdated and wrong, you might save a few frames. You save a few frames if you say no, maybe. That's really funny if true. All right, outdated video, unwatchable. Shaking my head. All right, anyways. Time to kill the spider. Wait, actually, I want to look at that again. So just the second jump on her, you can get a jump on her during that animation. That's actually crazy.
Captain Gill's short SMH my head. Also in photoshopping Skibbity Bringle now.
No, Geo, god damn it. You have a wrench next to your name and you're doing this? What the fuck? Also, yeah, Captain Gill's short is in the pipeline, don't worry. Okay, and I looked away and looked back and Mimi got melted.
SPM while on the toilet.
Isn't it, like, really bad for you to sit on the toilet for, like, extended periods of time? Isn't there... Maybe there's just some freak story about, like, some guy that did it and got paralyzed after sitting there for, like, 40 minutes. But I feel like it's not good for you. Maybe bad for you. Okay, sorry. I don't want to assume who the toilet is good and bad for. You're right. All right, so there is Pure Heart number 3. Oh, yeah, there's another lag spot there. That's funny. Okay, so let's skip cutscenes. Let's skip playing as Luigi, because this is the same as the Peach thing, where it, like, is just holding left and then doing some text mashing. All right, let's get back to gameplay. Is it really faster to jump off the right here? I guess that other elevator animation is so long. But, like, damn. Another lag spot. God, I can't believe that that's faster. That other elevator animation is so long for no reason. Dolphin double lag spot. What the hell? Goofy ass game.
Did you like my jokes from the SPM underwater?
Yo, Plantman, thank you for the 2, of course. Alright, there's our corner clip. Because swapping to Boomer would take more time. You can also do that with a 3D, like, intentional jump in the pit thing. Oh my god, wait, that corner... What the hell? Is that even faster? I don't even think that's faster.
Speaking of toilets, did you all know you can put your toilet anywhere and it'll work? Plumbing is a myth. Put it anywhere.
That's true. That's true. Plumbing is a construct manufactured to sell more toilet plungers and plumbing services. This is true. Oh yeah, that part is also outdated because there's LDC now. Yeah, that's another strat that has been discovered since this was made. It's LDC is a strat where you can clip off the side of Flipside Tower just by using 3D and no pixels. Okay, so there's that the heart pillar. Now we go to chapter 3.
Hey, just found your channel recently and have really been enjoying all the Paper Mario content. Thanks for the uploads.
Justin Sable, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate the support. I'm glad you've been enjoying it so much. It has been super fun to like be able to finally properly delve into full-time Paper Mario content. It's such a unique and fun position to be in, so I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. Also, don't fall victim to big plumbing. True. Okay, chapter 3 time. I don't think anything crazy happens in 3-1, but things already get very interesting in the rest of the chapter. There's a lot of strats in chapter 3. Tippy, watch out. Nah, she's ooped.
Go subscribe if you haven't already, it's important.
This is true. If you're watching this stream right now and you haven't subscribed, then honestly, yeah, I don't know, it's up to you. If you don't want to subscribe, that's cool, I guess, but I would appreciate it. Yo, Jay Dragoni, thank you for the 5 months. Isn't this game literally about a plumber? To be fair, he does not plumb a single pipe in this game. He goes through them, but he does not plumb them. Wait, what? Okay, I've never...
Discord.
Okay, maybe 3-1 is cooler than I thought. I didn't even know that that shortcut existed. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, Rickroll, thank you for the $2. Join the Discord if you haven't already. True. I actually didn't even know about this. I've watched like a good portion of any percent runs before. I have skipped I've skipped chapter 3-1 like every time.
He's just plumbing them with his entire body trust.
He is the plunger. So if you jump up to that one, you go to this end of the underground part, and then the middle pipe is, of course, the progression path where the Bowser fight happens. You'll know because you come out and see these 2 brick pillars in the save block, and then you see these guys.
Down the drain, they want all the
and so this is the area you want to go. That shortcut is actually really fast.
WTF turtle, wow.
Yo, Jobby, thank you for the 5. Don't put grease down the drain. They want the keto sewer dwellers
Can I
dead.
have another chance in the Discord?
Wow, the boomer hitbox reaches from that far away. That's crazy. pretty unimportant, but I didn't even realize Boomer's
Fast
hitbox was that
forward
big.
the SPM universe 1,500 years. Where do you see all the pixels? What do they do as a living and where do they live?
I feel like by the time 1,500 years pass, I feel like there's like a new hero, and the pixels are helping the new hero. Unless Mario's immortal, though. He could be. We've not seen any obvious signs of aging or change. Oh yeah, Bowser's fire like early detonates Boomer, by the way. It's actually super useful. It's a really neat gameplay detail. If Bowser breathes fire on Boomer, it'll instantly blow him up. And now we get Bowser on the party. After this cutscene, they are going to frame one swap back to Mario because Bowser's walking speed is like, what is it, 50 or 60% of Mario's? It's really slow. So yeah, frame one swap back to Mario. We're not going to be seeing Bowser other than boss fights pretty much and the other required uses just because he moves very, very slow. Yeah, 54 minutes in and they're already on 3-2. Not bad for a story and text-heavy game. So much of it is cutscenes up to this point. The actual gameplay is very optimized. Also, yes, I knew that this was the faster way to move through water. Jumping out of water, that jump gives you acceleration to full walking speed, which is quite a bit faster than swimming speed. So this ends up saving like a fair bit of time just off of movement. 3D to get past the fish because swapping to Bowser using Boomer to kill them would be slow. The 3D optimal swims. Fish. God, Tile Pool is so good. Walking underwater is slightly faster than swimming. Oh my god, it must be very slight. Wait, hello? Dude, why have I never watched Chapter 3 in an any percent run? What is this? What? This hole exists right here? God, I'm so stupid. I've missed so many cool things by skipping Chapter 3. I also missed this by skipping Chapter 3 when watching this. This right here, this is the holy grail of the speedrun. That's the sauce right there. The gold bar. I accidentally full screened it. That's weird with the way I have this captured. That's the gold bar. This is the one. That's going to be used to clip through every single wall that we need to for the rest of the run. And we'll see a gold bar clip in a second. I'll give it the quick explanation. I'm sure that a lot of people watching already know how it works because I've talked about it in a couple pieces of content. But man, gold bar clips. They're the shit. Yo, Spicy Tiger Meat, thank you for the 2. What is up? So as soon as we get to a clip, I will answer all the questions and more that everyone has about the gold bar clips. Yeah, this gold bar is worth 100 coins at the shop, but it is worth way more than 100 coins in our hands. Speedrunning gold bar clip explanations like it's the flagpole glitch. Yeah, I don't think that there will be any buses used in the explanation of the gold bar clip, unfortunately. I don't know. I'll try to think of a way to shoehorn a bus in. No buses. I can't think of a way to add a bus to the explanation that like actually adds anything. They're both rectangular and yellowish. That's one of the closest connections that I see also. Wait, accelerating off the blooper was sick. Oh wait, I think I saw it the first time. Did they do it again? Wait, did they do it with the tentacle? I swapped it, or I looked over at chat. Oh wait, no, they didn't damage boost there. God damn it, Geo. I don't even want to look. I don't want to see what this looks like. I don't want to see Skibbity Bringle. I really don't. All right. Saved a 3D flip by just pounding those posts in 3D instead of 2D. So the cutscene instantly swaps you back. The optimization of using as few 3D flips as possible is awesome. You're doing incredible considering you don't seem focused at all. Okay, time for the best boss fight in the game, guys. I really want to see Blooper die immediately. I think there actually is tech here, but this boss fight sucks ass and is boring and overall. But I think I've heard that there's cool tech here also. Once again, I've missed out so much by not watching Chapter 3 in an any % run before, and we're rectifying that today. The tech is waiting. No, I think there's actual tech, I swear. Yeah, the Bowser swap here. Like I said, we're mainly going to be seeing Bowser for boss fights in this. Oh my god, I'm learning how to do that so I never have to do this boss fight in its entirety ever again. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh my god, I'm learning that. I'm learning that for my own practical purposes of making that boss fight suck less ass. That's awesome. Wait, the Thudley into the star block was funny also. Yeah, so I think you can like once you burn the red tentacle the first time, it's apparently Thudleyable. But I think that doesn't work the first time. Okay, hold on, wait, one sec. Hold on, I'm reading something on Discord. Just give me 1 second.
I'm satisfied.
Okay, sorry. Let's continue watching. Oh no, everything's good. I'm just reading something. No, just figuring I should read
We should get a blooper reel on the second channel.
Blooper reel on the second channel. I feel like I don't have that many good bloopers for my content because most of it's streamed. All right, anyways, we're gonna resume this now. Like all the bloopers already exist. They're already out there. All right, so we're gonna do a quick Thudley jump right there. Climb up the tree. There's gonna be a lot of Thudley jumping from here on out. So you know what? Here we'll give the rudimentary Thudley jump explanation for those who don't know. But I'm guessing most people here at this level of the Super Paper Mario iceberg, watching me react to a TAS, probably know what a Thudley jump is. But for those that don't, insanely useful infinite jump tech. So when you use Thudley's ground pound, let's go frame by frame again. Oh, trust we know. So right here, imagine there's a bus. Man, I wish there's the bus. So if you cancel the Thudley ground pound by pressing 1 again, here, where's the frame where they cancel it? Man, this animation's so long. Okay, there we go. See Mario start to flip into 3D there? So you cancel it. So you press, I believe you press 1 on this frame, you cancel it, and 4 frames later, you are able to flip into 3D. So it is frame perfect, but it's pretty easy to develop a rhythm for pressing 1 and then 1/15 of a second later pressing 2 or pressing A to flip. And that will allow you to flip and then receive a jump prompt, which is what happens when you flip into an unstandable spot in this game anyway. And then you can just repeat it. You have to cancel right as the bus arrives, so you can jump off of it and flip to the next bus. Bravo, Vince. And you can chain these together forever, and honestly, it's not terribly hard to get pretty consistent at them. And we're going to be seeing those in a lot of places for the rest of the run. And we're just going to turn this tree into little itty-bitty shitty baby stuff. And then we burned a tree. And then we go into tree. This animation takes so long. That's just how long the actual cutscene takes. It's awesome. All right, inside of the tree is incredible, though. You guys are not ready for this. So Thudley jump because this platform starts going up, and it's just not on the right cycle, so we're just going to make it the right cycle. And then right here, this strat is sick. So we swap to Slim. This is where we're going to do a gold bar clip. So the way that a gold bar clip works, and the reason that we use gold bars for them, is gold bars and gold bar times 3s are the 2 items in the game that if you open your inventory and use them, all that will happen is Mario holds it up in this animation and then throws it on the ground. And it's meant to just be a funny, like, oh, haha, this is a sell-only item, so you can't do anything with it. And it's just like a neat little thing. But it makes it very easy to do this trick where if you have an item against a wall and you jump into it with Slim, you can press 1 and 2 to open the quick menu, swap to another pixel, and then hold the direction into the wall to just slide right into the wall. And it's really easy to do. Like, genuinely, if you have this game and you've never tried this before, go try it. It's that easy, and you can clip through any wall as long as you get the gold bar right next to it. And yeah, that's why gold bars are used, because it's the one that you can throw down in any spot, but you can use any item or key item for it. It's just everyone uses gold bar because it's the only one you can put exactly where you want, and it's renewable and ends up back in your inventory every time you do it. So you just need to carry 1 gold bar and you're good. And then they don't actually walk down. They clip partially into the wall, swap to Boomer with their gold bar clip, dropped the bomb, flipped back, and then Boomer hits the blue switch below them, spawning the door literally right next to you. It's so cool. Don't even need to go down there and hit it manually. That's what we have Boomer for. Okay, let's see the Dimentio fight now. So we did enter with Mario. Are we going to be using Bowser strats because he does a shit ton of damage, or are we just going to be using Mario? Oh no, we're using Bowser. We're not just using Bowser. We are like, I don't even know what the word for that is. Okay, let's go back and look at that a little bit slower. Okay, so we swapped to Bowser. Jump up. Here, I'm actually going to go frame by frame here. So I'm assuming, do you get a regular jump first? Yeah. So you just like clip through him and take damage when you... oh, there's a Thudley use right here. See how Bowser's in his like butt slide, or not butt slide, but butt slam animation? There's a Thudley use there. So our first hit does 12, which is a Thudley hit because Bowser's attack is 6 at this point. So that is a Thudley hit. And then he bounces off the ceiling and gets another hit before Dimentio warps away. He normally warps away very quickly. And then is there another Thudley? Yeah, there's another Thudley use. And then a couple regular jumps again. And it just absolutely shreds him. He's dead. Okay, one more time. Real time.
It is finished. Jesus Christ, it's in Discord.
Geo. I'm gonna look at it and no, I'm not. No. Geo, I'm not putting this on my goddamn stream. I'm not putting this on my goddamn live stream. Geo, you're banned.
We got a ban Geo for that one.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I'm not putting this on my goddamn live stream. How do I dislike a super chat? Geo, your skibbity bringle is terrible. It's awful. It's horrible. It sucks. It's really bad. Thank you. Fine. Okay, fine, chat. You can see it for just a moment. Just a moment, though. That's all you get. Okay, where did I save it? What folder did I save it to? Oh no, I lost it. Hold on. Hold on, I saved it and I don't know where it went on my computer. I could save it again, but I don't want to.
Dungeon level horror.
Wait a minute. Do we have is there a missing folder here? Oh, no, I see what it is. Darkest dungeon level horror. Did I put it here? I should just save the image again. I don't know where I put it. Hold on. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. It went in that folder. Okay, there we go. Sorry for my organization or lack of. Now it's just in my downloads. Here we go. This is what Geo made. I hate it. Okay, anyways. We're going back to watching the speedrun, and we're going to ignore that ever happened. That didn't happen. You can't prove that it happened. Okay, anyways. Back to Mario, because quick movement. We're going to Thoreau here. Wait, why are we going to Thoreau? Is there a use of Thoreau here? Or is this just for the next chapter?
Banned.
Banned. Parma banned forever and ever. Okay, it looks like the Thoreau swap is for the next chapter. Yeah, just swapping ahead of time. All right, now we enter 3-4 where we can carry skip.
Happy to serve, Boss 07.
You can't 07 me after doing this. Okay, sorry, cutscene's over. Just doing more Discord multitasking stuff that I shouldn't be doing while streaming. You know what it is. So not much crazy happening at the beginning here. We had the Thoreau swap so that we could get that right there. Oh yeah, here's a fun piece of tech though that I don't use often enough in my pit speedruns. So right here, if you use Thoreau as you're going to the lock and you open it while he's still in the throwing animation, I am not muted. There's no way that I'm muted. You're lying to me. If you use Thoreau and then open a lock, if he's still in his use animation, he doesn't have to travel in the door. He just doesn't move. He's exempt from travel. So no matter where he is, Mario will just instantly go in, and it's super fast. And then there's no crazy sequence breaks here, but the carry skip thing is pretty cool. Another Wii U VC lag spot. Doesn't that crash on the pit? Not doing it like that. Using Thoreau while interacting with a lock is bad. Using Thoreau and then interacting with a lock is fine. Oh, wait. Is there going to be a... Oh, it's XP. Ah, nice. Nice little XP grind right there. Oh yeah, there's a Thudley jump here that skips switching to Peach. That's true. I think I covered this one in my Mario only challenge, but yes, you can skip swapping to Peach with a Thudley jump because the infinite jump glitch is so broken in this game that it's faster than just menuing to the proper character. That right there, faster than swapping to Thoreau and then swapping back to Thudley. We're just staying as Thudley because it takes less time to not swap characters. It's faster to just infinite jump glitch. Yeah, the Goon Fortress.
Not Francis Goon Castle.
Mario built the
face
Goon
emoji.
Bridge right here. Wait, you can also reach that switch with Bowser's head. Wait, that's hilarious. And it's still faster to not swap away from Thudley. Hey, the word goon still means enemies. It just also means other things. It has multiple meanings, and it's just never gonna escape the newer definition for a lot of people. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the password thing. I actually saw someone talk about this before, or maybe it was in a comment on this video. Hold on, let me go back to the password. So the funny thing about entering the passwords here. This is actually an important detail of this human theory TAS. So notice how they like do some crazy spamming, but like don't actually enter it like that fast. Like here, let's like you'll notice like they're going back and forth, but if we go frame by frame, they're scrolling every frame and even entering and then backspacing a couple times. And the reason for this is that when you do this on an actual controller, it just, like, doesn't fucking work. If you try to, like here, on an actual Wii remote, if you try to do, like, the other code's 2, 3, 2, 3, so it's right next to each other. So if you try to do 2 and then go to 3 and then 2 and then go back and then that, but as fast as you can, you're almost always going to lose a menu input and then just enter the wrong number. So humans just, like, can't really do this at full speed. The game just sucks too much. So the TAS actually wastes time to do this as fast as a human can do it. Even though the TAS can enter it without having weird input things.
Mr. President, Teresa new emote in the server.
It?
I didn't do it this
Who
time.
uploaded it? Which mod was it? I can find out. Hold on, I'm finding out who uploaded Skibbity Bringle to my goddamn Discord server. Alright, who was it? Wait, is it not on the list? Did it get removed? Wait, did someone immediately remove it? I don't see it now.
Wasn't me, I've been set up, Turtle. Wow,
it was
Turtle,
definitely
wow.
Jobby. I knew it was Jobby. I just got Nitro, so now I can spread Skibbity Bringle everywhere. Oh, I didn't realize today was going to be the worst day of my life. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so anyways, let's see some more cool stuff. So this is the actual, like, carry skip right here. So I showed this in my Which Pixels Can You Skip video also. This is the way that people actually do it in runs. Gold bar clip, get in the wall, slide into the wall, and just walk past this out of bounds. It's not precise. There's no, like, crazy navigation to do there. You can kind of just do it, and it's really easy. And now, we're going to say true to all of these questions. And then same thing with the mashing, where it's, like, fast, but, like, does some task stuff and wastes time because of good old Wii Remote double inputs. How does Francis cross that? I think he can kind of, like, just teleport, honestly. Like, I know he walks during this fight, but he can kind of teleport. Wait, that's sick, actually. Oh, you can gold bar clip back down. I didn't even know this. So, yeah, this, like some other rooms, is all one map, even though there's an elevator animation there. So you just clip through and go back down to the door. No need to take that slow-ass elevator. Oh, they're doing the TAS thing. Okay, so these Thudley jumps are for style. This, like, doesn't really save time over the gold bar clip. And it's way harder. But it is cool looking. That's the old method before gold bar clips were found. People didn't do it in real-time runs. And now we can go back to the Francis section. So this is just going to be putting keys in the door, doing a bunch of text. This all is a scripted thing that just plays out the same every time. But now, let's see the Francis fight. I actually don't know how the Francis fight is going to look. I don't think I've seen a Francis fight in an any percent run. Didn't they just lose the gold bar? Nope. When you do the clip, you pick it back up as part of doing the clip. Okay, what does this look like? We actually using Peach? No, we're switching to Bowser. Okay, 12. So it's probably just going to be 4 pretty optimal hits. There's definitely an RNG manip here, though. I think. Yeah, it is just a bunch of waiting. You can do the last one with Mario because of math. So you get a pretty free Mario swap animation there while waiting for him to reappear. Yo, Clara, thank you for the 7 months. Also, Pringle is so good at speedrunning, he can fast forward dialogue. So cool. I know, I'm playing really well today. I might get world record on this pace. You look like human Francis. Is it because I wear glasses? God damn it. That's the most unironically offensive message I've ever received in my chat.
Do you think in the distant SPM future Tiptron is a commodity that everyone has like we have our smartphones? Tiptron Mark 22 or something? I don't know.
I think that would make total sense. I feel like Francis is missing out on a business venture by not, like, continuing to develop Tiptrons. But clearly he's already set, so I think he just doesn't really give a shit about money. Because, I mean, he can afford all of his stuff he has anyway. That might have been the optimal place to kill him because of the animation of him running through the door. Oh my god, that's true. That's probably why they killed him over there. I mean, it's also less movement for the player to just go over to the left. But yeah, if you kill him right here, he, like, probably just goes straight in the door. Yeah. Okay, more cutscenes. Super Paper Mario moment. Certified Super Paper Mario moment. I scrolled down once again. God, I love the gold bar clips off the tower. You can do this without gold bars. Since this task was made, there was an easier way to do it. But in this case, gold bar clip is the right clip for this application. You just fly over here, basically. It's so quick. And then we're going to have to do the whole thing with Captain Gills. But it doesn't really take that much time. Are we just watching a speedrun of someone else? We're watching a human Theory TAS. We're watching Tommy Allen Stephen play, or whatever I said his name was before. All right, here's the chapter 4 door. So here, you do need to go in the door and discover that you can't breathe, otherwise you can't do the next part. This is a required sequence check. So let's skip past that. Yeah, okay, there's cool movement here again, though. Another cool good gold bar clip. So you do have to talk to Merlin first. You got to do all these things in order, otherwise the items that you need won't spawn, the fish won't be there. But we can clip through the green door right there, jump down, and land literally right in front of Merlin's house. Yeah, the background changing is so nice. The visuals of this video are really well put together. Just this HUD is so useful. So nice to watch. Okay, Merlin's like, wait, I gave the fish bowl away. You go over here. You get the bowl from the kid. Oh, yeah. By the way, we have Carrie. After doing Carrie's skip, she gets put in our party as well. And Carrie is going to overall be the pixel of choice. Kind of bouncing back and forth between Slim and Thudley as needed for the glitches. But Carrie increases your movement speed. And it's not as much as Dashel, but you get her during the story instead of having to go out of your way to do the pit. So Carrie is just going to be the weapon of choice. Watched a 100% run of this game. RNG sucks ass. Yup. I'll probably do a 100% run of this game in the future. It looks like a special kind of hell that I'm built for. So I actually do kind of want to try one. Yeah, and then, as Phaser mentions, carry cancels are also a very important part of carry movement tech. So in this case, it's not even faster to get on carry and then get off before this elevator right here. But in cases like this, you hop on carry right here, and in order to not lose time to the animation of getting off of carry, you do a quick jump first, and then get off of carry in midair, and then you land on the ground normally, and you cut out the time that animation would take. So it makes the run button pixel of the speed run a little bit faster. Now we release Captain Gills, we get the helmet, and then you can just instantly return pipe back to the chapter door. Okay, so I think carry helps save a bit of time in space. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because you actually get, like, slow space gravity. So if you hop on carry, I think you fall just a little bit faster than if you weren't using carry. So you can go right to Squirps here. I wonder what the reason for stopping right in front of the ship is right there, instead of just doing it the moment it gets on screen. Yeah, Squirps has got the sauce. He's saucing. That's how much time you have to charge it up for? I knew it was short. I thought it was longer than that, though. That was like a half a second. Because no matter how long you charge this thing up for, it sends you to the exact same spot, as I'm pretty sure we all figured out. So that 1 second, it felt fleeting. It felt quick. Me when the speed run is fast.
Do this blindfolded for 20 Bringillion subs.
God, blindfolded Super Paper Mario intimidates the fuck out of me, I'm not gonna lie. It seems so much harder than TTYD. Oh god, the carry movement is so good as well. Carry is just slightly faster than swimming. And I always forget about this when I'm playing, like, not speedrunning. But yeah, using carry here is faster. Shoutouts to Mario's hitbox there. Someone is doing a blindfolded playthrough, but I can't remember if they finished it. Wait, is there someone out there that's already done that? I feel like people in the speedrun community have maybe mentioned it before. I'm not familiar with who has attempted it before or done it before. That portal had a carry cutscene skip. Hold on, let me go back and look at that. Do you mean the one in this room? How much time do you save right there by... So is it using carry, the frame that you touch the portal? Yeah, it's TAS, so might as well do it all the time. This seems like one of those strats that humans can go for but just won't always hit because it's a single frame. But yeah, they pressed carry right as they got to the portal, and I think it just makes this animation a little bit faster. Yeah, Mario just goes right in there. It probably skips pixels moving or something. People go for all of them but hit it rarely. It saves about a second per. Okay, so there's another one right there. Man, this game has so many stupid animation and cutscene skips that shouldn't even be a thing, but they are. I mean, because, like, animations probably just shouldn't be that long in general, but I'm also biased in the sense that I do generally prefer things to take less time unless there's a good story or gameplay reason for them to take more time. All right. 4-1 is still 4-1, so it's just kind of a giant empty left to right space, and then it ends. But, you know, at least we have cool tech with the portals. Oh, it's Zack Link. I don't realize that Zack Link was in progress with a blindfolded run right now. Okay, I'll have to peep that. Okay, there is 4-1. So now let's see good old 4-2. Chapter 4 just really sucks in a speedrun. It's pretty boring, but I mean, at least we have cool one-frame carry uses. Are you saying there's no story or gameplay reason for the portals spending several seconds spinning Mario around? Yes. Okay, so once again, carry's just gonna make us a little bit faster. I mean, honestly, it's pretty noticeable with this space physics level, but it's pretty noticeable even without, even with normal physics. Ha! Nice clip for an Ultra Shroom Shake there.
Genuine
I'm not
advice,
exactly
chat.
sure how that gets
Don't
used
bite
in the
your
run.
fingernails.
True. True. Overall, it leads to woe and misery. Just get nail clippers. That's good life advice. Actual slim use. Except you can swap back while you're in the hole and then use carry. Oh, fast flower, yes. Oh, we love the fast flower when it can be used to just actually go through slow levels quick. Ah, Ultra Shroom Shake is for coins. I was gonna say, I feel like this game gives you so many heals that I can't imagine a speedrun needing a big healing item. So yeah, that makes sense. So here's another XP grind that is really, really cool. I don't actually know quite how hard this one is to do in real time, but like I think the beatboxer part is fine, but I think the fuzzies can kind of screw you over. But you can rack up a lot of XP by just bouncing on these guys. Like, we're already at 3,200 per hit now. It's so much XP. And this is just going to make killing things faster. Yeah, these fuzzies, I think, are the annoying ass part when it comes to RNG. So, we now have 213,000 points. Before that grind, at the start of the chapter, we had 117,000. So, we went up by, like... Hold on, wait. Let me get my place back. We went up by, like... What was that? Like 100,000? Just under 100,000. 96,000. In a single room without even losing that much time. That's a lot of XP in this game. Yeah, exactly. You're kind of multitasking. You're traveling through the room, but also getting a ton of XP. All right, we negotiate with this guy so we can get it for only 10 coins. It's worth it because we barely had enough for 100, let alone, you know, his initial price, whatever it is. And then I don't think they grab any more XP on the way out of here. And going right under the little fuzzy when he hopped right there. Yeah, we got the toilet paper. Yeah, I think that this is just going to be going to the back to the left instead of going right. Man, this backtrack sucks. There's a reason that speedrunners and casual players overall agree that Chapter 4 is the worst chapter. All right, it's Fleep time. Once again, there's no vanilla skip for Fleep, and we need Fleep, so we just got to get Fleep. And Squirps flushed, but did not wipe or wash his hands, presumably. He definitely didn't wash his hands. So let's just keep that in mind in the next level when we're holding him again. All right, Fleep community. There's one of our Fleep uses. Overlapping the animation to swap back to Carry because Carry's the GOAT and Fleep is the OAT. He's of all time. He's definitely of all time. I mean, Mario has gloves, but if he's wearing them constantly, they might as well just be his hands, you know? Like, if he's touching his face with those gloves, they're functionally still his hands. Breadword is oat. He's oat and lards. True. All right, Hungry Scorps. I don't think anything crazy interesting happens in this level either. The shooting star is useful, though. I'm pretty sure that the shooting star is used for the underchomp. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, here. I won't show it right now because I'm gonna make a fucking YouTube short about this. But this was posted on Super Mario Broth recently, or Super Mario Broth. I'm actually not sure which way you say it out loud. But these things right here, Tippy says in the game, are unkillable, but if you shoot them 256 times with Squirps, they'll die.
First time catching a stream.
Yo!
Been marathoning your Brothership and Color Splash playthroughs. Keep up the chill vibes and the paper gameplay. Also, big fan of the flag in the corner of your room.
Long Island, thank you so much for the $50. I really appreciate the support. I'm really glad that you've been enjoying the content so much. I'm glad you've been enjoying the Brothership playthrough. Because that was a special playthrough to me. Because that was my first time playing a Mario and Luigi game on launch day as like a lifelong fan of the series. And just like my first time streaming a full playthrough of a new game. And it was really special to me. So I'm really glad that you've been enjoying catching up on that. But yeah, the thing I said, 256 times. You shoot those things, then they die. I'll make a short about it. And of course, credit the GOAT's Super Mario Broth. Because that is where I saw it, but showing footage of it would be cool. Okay, so I don't think that... Yeah, I don't think there's just anything to do in this chapter. This chapter's pretty locked down. So you pop Squirps in there, you go through the door... All right, and now once again, showing this for everyone who plays this casually. This section doesn't have to suck. This section can be super simple. Because all you do is just go to the right and then go up. This is the rightmost edge of the screen, and it's this one. You just go here. Every single time. Oh yeah, hot sauce for some reason. Hot sauce doubles your attack. So that'll be used to save time on a boss fight. I just don't know which one. Hot sauce drops are used in place of tonics in this TAS. So yeah, I think Mighty Tonics are a part of the... There's at least routes that use Mighty Tonics that involve buying them in regular any %. And it's not even incredibly unlikely to get hot sauce drops across your runs, so the TAS uses hot sauce, which has the same function as a Mighty Tonic. So here, let's skip the rest of this chapter. I pressed the wrong button. Spoilers. They go to the Sammer Kingdom. Guys, can you believe that? Oops. So yeah, anyways, they give Squirps the chocolate. He duplicates, and then we hit the star block. I pressed a number key on accident. That's my bad. Yeah, fuck Chapter 5. We don't need Chapter 5. All right, 4-4. Woezone is also a pretty rigid level as far as having to do it in order. So there's not a ton of skips that can be done here, but there's a little bit. So we're going to carry over here. Let's go straight into 3D because this door up here is where you go first. Don't even need a Thudley jump because that enemy spawns in the perfect spot to just jump across it. Flip into 3D because this guy exists. But we'll just grab the key and then go back in the door. We don't need to fuck with him. We'll just ignore him. It's literally just a sphere. The coin routing and momentum from that Pigorhythm jump again. That's so clean. Yo, Neptune Starlight, thank you for the 5 months. We up woe in our zones right now. I love the momentum from that. Because the Pigorhythm gives a good amount of coins and some points, and you don't even lose that much time if you can momentum off of it. Boom, pig boost. Yeah, so the main reason that we're making sure we kill these things right now is because buying the Welderberg pipe does save time. That's part of the any percent route. So as soon as you get to Flopside, you can spend 300 coins to make a blue pipe that goes directly between the main floor of Flipside and Flopside. And it is very, very useful and very fast. So coin routing is a big part of the run for that reason. Yeah, I want to say Ultra Shroom Shake has a sell price of 150. So that Ultra Shroom Shake and 150 coins here means that we're covered.
What would the restored Squirpia Kingdom look like?
I have no idea. Wait a minute. You can do that? I didn't even know you could do that. Is that a one frame? There's a home menu buffer. I actually didn't know you could do that. So you take damage, and at the end of the animation, you can open the chest. That saves a lot of bullshit, actually. That's a pretty big skip. I didn't even know you could do that. All right, gravity flips. With carry, they're so cursed. Like, they work, but they're cursed. All right, let's get our 90 degree. Oh, the triple. That was also so clean. That's so nice. That saves a lot of bullshit as well. Another good key chest trick with a horrible, disgusting camera. So that time you use Thoreau to buffer it. So that's similar to the maneuver that will crash you if you use it on the locked doors on the second level in the pit. That one looks a little bit easier, but the camera really sucks for that. And then we hit a double to go straight to the door to the Mr. L room. Someone mentioned this in chat earlier. I should mention this out loud. But notice how the moment the door is opened, it just instantly loads. If it's off screen, look. You don't even hear the door sound. There's no door animation. It just loads you. So if anytime you can enter a door off screen, it saves a bit of time. Saves some animations. All right, and now let's see Mr. L get absolutely fucking melted in probably like 2 seconds. It's okay. I'm sure he's going to put up a really solid fight and take a lot of time to complete. Oh my god. What a beautiful combo. I wonder how hard that actually is to do. That looks sick with carry. This fight is around the same speed with Mario or swapping to Bowser. Okay, so if it's the same speed, I'm assuming most runners opt to use Bowser because Bowser's way easier, would be my guess. Because like those carry jumps are way harder than they look like. I know they are. Oh, this is where the first hot sauce is used. That makes sense. 7 damage per. Just butterfly tapping, just mashing it. So a fun mechanic with squirps that's worth pointing out.
Short turtle, wow, bring ledge short turtle, wow, bring ledge.
Oh, I thought you said I am a short turtle, and I was like, wait, I'm not a turtle or short. That would be a double misnomer. But we'll go with a single misnomer.
Wow, turtle, wow, wow.
Thank you for the $5, Lily. So the fun mechanic with squirps that I was gonna mention is you can only have 4 of his beams active at any given point, similar to how fireballs work in like every 2D Mario. So you need to get nice and close to him to be able to get the maximum firing rate. Because if you're too far to the left, you'll spam 2, and then you'll have 4 on screen, and you'll have to wait for one to hit him to be able to shoot another. But if you're right up in his face, you can just absolutely laser him. And now Squirps talks, statue of mother, pure heart, cutscenes, la di da da li da. Okay, done with chapter 4. Why can't you play like this in your pit speedruns? Because I'm fucking stupid. It's the main problem. Okay. So this is where Tippy dies. Cutscene. She's just temporarily asleep. So actually, yeah, let's make note of that fact because I'm pretty sure that this will be relevant in like a minute or two. So right after you finish chapter 4 and come back, Tippy has like a stroke or something and like passes out. And she just flattens and then she is incapacitated. So she is like that during this intermission segment where you go find the Pure Heart Pillar. Yeah, Tippy died. She's dead. That's it. She died of heart failure. Oh yeah, also, item purchase. I should probably not skip over that. Or sorry, an item sell, not a purchase. So we sell the Ultra Shroom Shake. Get up to 301 coins. So yes, 150 coins for the Ultra Shroom Shake. And now we go to Flopside. So this is pretty standard. We're going to save a little bit of movement, though. By it's literally faster to gold bar clip at the bottom of this room than walk all the way over there and then boomer and then go through.
Imagine not knowing what
these
to
tricks
say
are
for a
so
super
funny.
Chat. Couldn't be me. It's totally me.
And then you can navigate along
Hope
the out of bounds and
streamer
skip
and chat
sleep
are
as
doing
well.
well.
Boom, you're in. Yo, Drop D Mike, thank you so much for the $10. Hope streamer and chat are doing well. I can't speak for everyone in chat, but I'm doing good. So, chat, how are you guys doing? The world wants to know. And then once again, we're just gonna do a little bit of this. Boom. Clip through. So another fun fact about this trick right here, this uses some good RNG from the gold bar throw. So when you throw a gold bar, it goes in the direction Mario's facing, but its height and velocity are random to a certain degree and within a certain range. And in this case, they, since it's a task, they can get it to land exactly right here. But if you're looking for a more consistent way to do it, you can also do it against this back wall. But this is just slightly faster. And it's not like obscenely rare or anything. It's just annoying. And then you get through and then you go through there. And because of the blue pipe, we're only going to have to do this once. How is Miyamoto supposed to keep food on the table when people play his games like this? On an emulator, no less. Yeah, is Nightbot bonking people, or is Nightbot... What's our Nightbot problem? What is Nightbot up to? Alright, so we meet Nolrem. Very memorable character that's totally not just Merlin again, and like kind of written in a way that he serves the same function as Merlin and is just an extension of Merlin. Totally new one. And now we go to the meatball man. This hamburger guy, for 300 coins, builds this blue pipe between flip side and flop side. So we never have to do the thing where we go through that, like, church-looking building ever again. Wait, why is the... Why does the blue pipe extend... What? What? Wait, why did it do that? Why did they edit it like that? That's funny. And then heart pillar. Door to chapter 5 spawns. All right, now we return pipe, and then Tippy rejoins our party. I believe there is a way to skip Tippy rejoining you, but it must not save time, or it was discovered recently, or some other third thing. Why'd the plumber hire a meatball to do plumbing? Because Mario's not a plumber in this game. He doesn't plumb. He goes through the pipes, but he doesn't plumb them. Yeah, Tippy is no longer kill. Tippy is revive. They don't have the Fluoro Sprout on their HUD for shame. There is a reason they don't have the Fluoro Sprout on the HUD. There's actually a specific reason.
Hey Binge Drinkle. You're so good at this run. You make me so proud. Dollar bills face emoji.
Binge Drinkle is maybe top 1 most insane fucked up versions of Bringle that I've heard. Okay, look at those fast tech skips. Okay, so we got a lot of cutscenes here. They carry Mario here. This is all forced. You can't get out of this. These flowers show up, etc., etc. And then you don't even need to kill them. You can just ignore them. They kind of just hang out, honestly. Now they're stealing these guys. I want to say I pointed this out last time I streamed this, but we never save these specific guys. We never see these specific Kragnons. They're unimportant generic Kragnons for a reason. That's right. With carry, you can just, like, as long as you have full movement speed and do a good, like, clean jump over this pipe, you can land right on the edge there and then do another full jump, and you just barely have enough speed to make it across. Yeah, that is not an easy jump. It looks way easier than it is. All right, now for this room. Boom. Over the muth. Jumping over these muths is also a little more precise than you'd think. It's not, like, crazy, but doing it without getting slowed down takes some time. And then even TAS can't memorize this long-ass block code. It just can't do it. So it's just going to clip through.
The flowers pick you.
True. So true. And even then, in this run, you're not really getting picked or picking many flowers other than Crocus himself. All right, 5-2. This is another level that is a little bit disappointingly rigid in as far as things you have to obtain for it. But it's not too bad. It's not as bad as Chapter 4. I was more so referring to the flowers taking the people. No, I got the joke. Good joke. Damn, killing those guys and not even getting the items from them. Getting the water tablet, so we'll put that on the overlay now. That's one of the key items that actually, like, gets a spot on the overlay. All right, so I'm assuming they go left first, right? Yeah, or I mean, it's down now that they flipped, but... Okay, hold on. So, you may have noticed that Mario just got a Mighty Tonic from thin fucking air. And he did. So you'll notice they swapped to Fleep right here, which seems weird. But there's a specific reason. So here, they swapped to Fleep. And then instead of flipping back to 3D, notice how Mario just instantly goes back to 2D? That's because they used Fleep. So Fleep, whenever he's used, you can't use him in 3D. You press his ability, it just instantly turns the camera back. And there's some weird physics things that can happen in between. So basically, all the way at the other end of this room, there's a Mighty Tonic just sitting there in 3D. And by using Fleep, and I think you input a specific direction in this case, you can grab that thing way over there because the game's physics get confused as you're swapping back. So, boom, Mighty Tonic obtained. That's another attack doubling item. And then we go in this room. And this room is not the O-Chunks fight. This is just the one where you go over here.
I like to think that the land of the Kragnons
tablet
in the distant future would have massive cities, skyscrapers, and advanced tech, all still from stone lol.
Flipping right back right there is actually a sick little time save. Because if you flip while you're standing right here, you'll just end up on this 2D plane here. But if you flip in the middle, you'll still kind of be in the front because of the way this game handles it. But you're going to be below the floor, so you can kind of just jump down and you don't have to walk as much. Also, solemnity. I know I'm adding a syllable there. That can't be it, right? Like, pronunciation-wise. Thank you so much for the 5. I totally believe that. I mean, to be fair, this current Kragnon civilization does have television. And that's, like, their only technology. Alright, see you, Silas. We're drink swapping now. I just finished the carbonated beverage. We're on to actual water. You guys like this mug? This mug kind of goes fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Rock TV. I've had this mug, like, literally my family has had these M&M mugs for my entire life. I do not remember a time in my life where I've not owned these mugs.
What would be really nice in a Super Paper Mario remake is the ability to have multiple pixels active at once bound to different buttons. I could break something, but it would lead to some fun combos.
IXS, thank you so much for the $10. I mean, for a Super Paper Mario remake, the way that I see them doing it and the way that would preserve, like, the intent of the game by not having double pixels... is hopefully they implement something like... Okay, hold on. We're going to pause the Chunks fight. We can't watch him get obliterated while I'm talking over it. But, yeah, like the partner wheel from the T2ID remake. Like, if you could just hold down a button and press the stick and go to a different pixel and it takes, like, half a second. All we need for a remake. That'd be so, so nice. Rather than pause, scroll over to the menu, scroll. It'd be much, much nicer to use the partner ring thing that they did for the T2ID remake. God damn! The stylish commands are so nice. With Bowser and Carry, no less. So you do that, quick stylish to prevent you from bouncing off of him or bouncing away or doing anything else. He jumps right into the bottom of you. Repeat another time. And then this time the knockback pushes you away, so boom, fire breath, dead. He only has 40 health. This fight is so weak. In Chapter 1, he has 20 health. In Chapter 5, he has only 40 health. So anyways, he goes away, we swap back to Mario. Okay, I don't know why that works. What the fuck? I guess that just works. I don't even have an explanation for that. That just happens. Apparently, if you just walk in a certain way. I'm waiting for Phaser's message. That glitch is whack. There's a setup for it. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell happened there. But apparently you can do that. You can do that. For some reason. Okay, now we have all of the tablets. So let's go get Cudge. So I actually do have some fun facts to share about Cudge. Oh my god. The Bluetooth Vine movement is awesome. So it's more noticeable here than in the part of 1-1 where I said Bluetooth Vine, or 1-2 where I said it before. But the ladders, when you hit the blocks to spawn them, it actually spawns the entire hitbox for the ladder instantly. And then these ladder jumps are frame perfect. So you only have, when you maneuver off the ladder, you only have a single frame to input a jump. Which is why this is way harder than it looks to move quickly like this. But yeah, you hit the block and instantly full hitbox. Bluetooth ladder. Oh wait, the animations of it coming off the HUD, those are clean. I love the little HUD animations they did for this. Shout out Sacred Ghost. What a goat. Sacred Goat. And then Cudge spawns. So I do have a fun fact to share about Cudge as well right here.
I feel like they made the bosses with the thought the player won't always be playing as the most op character, but the criticisms are still valid AF.
Drop D Mike, thank you so much for the 5. My thing is like, I feel like every strategy in this game is still like broken. Like, I mean, Mario and Cudge is like mid-tier, and Cudge still fucks everything up. Okay, so you'll notice that for Cudge's phrase right here, they enter 4 characters. So here, I'll pause in a second just because I want my visual aid. I speak better with my visual aids. So they enter just 4 characters. I mean, in English, this would just be the equivalent of entering 4 A's. But I said in a YouTube short sometime recently that you have to fill all 8 characters. Otherwise, he will say that your motto is too short. And then he'll force you to re-enter it. But this is actually a stupid and obscure version difference between US, Japanese, and PAL. So in all US versions, you have to enter all 8 characters, or he tells you it's too short. But in Japanese versions, you have to enter up to 7. I think you enter 4 to 7 and it works. But 8 doesn't work. And then in PAL, I think it's 4 to 8 characters work. But for some reason in US, it's only 8 characters or he won't let you make progress. I mean, all alphabet versions? I think all different alphabet versions, yeah. I think it's a version difference and not a language difference. Special dialogue for going over the limit in Japanese version. I don't know the exact reason. I've mentioned this before. I'm gonna do a video once I've gathered a ton of information and done all the research and like feel like doing that. I'm gonna do a video where I like cover the version history of Super Paper Mario and cover as many version differences as I can. And it is going to be the most niche, useless information video that I've ever made, which is why I think it's gonna be very fun. But I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, but it is different here for some reason. Also, fun fact that Moonrise told me when I was talking about this at one point. In the Korean version of Super Paper Mario, even if the game's language is in Korean, all of the text entry boxes are still in English because they did not feel like making a Korean text entry thing. So it's just, this part's still in English if you play Korean. They just didn't fucking feel like it. So yeah, that is Cudge Unlock. And now we can just jump right back down to this block right here. And as I've talked about before, I love the clip into the pipe there. No skipping Cudge in this because this pipe does not spawn unless you break the block. Nope, Cudge is not skippable. You cannot skip him. That pipe will not show up unless you break that block, and that block can only be broken by Cudge. There's no alternative. Why'd they have to collect the tablets instead of just Thudley jumping up? Also because Cudge won't spawn unless you have the 3 tablets. He's just very locked down. If you don't put those 3 tablets in, there ain't no Cudging going on. Cudging it is mandatory, exactly. Hi! Alright, here's Flint Cragley. I'm pretty sure 5-3 is the speedrun equivalent of an auto-scroller, unless there's a strat that I'm forgetting about off the top of my head. There's probably a couple cool things. I mean, this movement here is, like, clean. Okay, so no, this requires actual execution. I mean, Fast Flower saves a ton of time there. Oh, we're gonna have some more Fleep stuff? Okay, is that in this room? Yeah, they just swapped to Fleep. So they swapped to Fleep right there while the Fast Flower animation was going, because you lose it once you enter a door. Because we're going to use some more Fleep tech. So we get in the mine cart. And then go to the end. And then is this where we do the Fleep? Yeah! Ha! Wait, you get this sick-ass camera view, too, where it's like the 2.5D or whatever. Yeah, so by lining up right here, you can do another thing where you use Fleep while you're in 3D. And boom. You can talk to this guy from here. And then you get this cool 2.5D camera. And I muted it. That's so boring. Okay, there we go. Boom. Now you don't have to do all that maneuvering and platforming, and you can just go. And then we minecart back. This is literally an auto-scroller. Then we backtrack, and then we go in this door right here. And then here's another minecart with a required 3D flip. That's all very standard. And then I think in here they kind of just... Okay, no, that's not what I thought they did. So just a quick little corner clip. Get to this guy a little bit faster. Corner clips are not like that hard, although I would be surprised if most people try that in an actual run. Yeah, you can clip through so many corners in this game. They just clipped through that block. That was just task styling. This is not necessary. This does absolutely nothing. That's just a flex. just going through walls because they can. Just to prove how little walls matter in this game. All right, auto-scroller again. And then platforming back again. Honestly, this does look pretty difficult to like optimize with no mistakes. Because it requires like reacting to how enemies move. And then if you lose or gain frames, they're going to be in different positions. So dumbing that down to an auto-scroller is not necessarily correct. But we can also just be small-minded and say it's basically an auto-scroller anyway. Now they go back and talk to Flint Cragley. He has the key. He had the key the whole time. You get the key. You go through the door. Oh, this cart ride, it's actually faster to not use the cart. Okay, so we're actually skipping the cart here. So Peach with carry holds much more momentum than Peach without carry. So if we use carry and then cancel it and then glide, you get way faster than Peach's normal gliding speed. So that actually just saves time over using the cart. Probably just because the loop-de-loop takes so long. And now here's another Megastar room that we're going to skip because Megastar animations are still unskippable. They do not get skippable at any point. So we're just not even going to worry about that. And also the progression block is this one. It's in the middle of the room. So that's another reason to not use the Megastar there. And that's 5-3 done. Honestly, 5-3 is a lot faster than I expected it to be. For like how... like required doing all of the intended things pretty much is. 5-4 though is one of the coolest levels in the run. 5-4 will be substantially faster than a casual playthrough because we have scanner skip. Yeah, it's also fast when you just skip the video and don't watch the minecart rides. True. So you jump over a Piranha. And then you go over down to hallway. So we're just not even going to worry about Dottie. Dottie is so not necessary for this. And in fact, 90% of the level is not necessary for this. So this right here is the scanner that you absolutely need the Fluoro Sprout to get across, as demonstrated by this innocent little brainwashed Kragnon. But we can swap to Slim. Clip in the wall. Flip to 3D. And then do a Fleep ledge cancel to go through the door from there. It's that easy. You can just walk through it from this camera angle. I mean, like, this is not a super easy trick, but it's definitely human viable. This is done in runs all the time. It saves so much time. One of the coolest tricks in the run. So while you flip here, you line up in that spot, and then you press up and immediately press Fleep almost at the same time. And then you just enter this door while you're in 4D. And yeah, so that skips O Cabbage, and this calls back to the Fluoro Sprout thing that I talked about earlier. The reason that the Fluoro Sprout is not on this HUD overlay is that by doing scanner skip, you never, ever get the Fluoro Sprout. You just don't get it. It never appears in your inventory. It never is a thing that you'll have, and you can no longer ever have it on that save file. I didn't know Bowser could hit these switches. That's sick. He hits it so fast. And then gold bar clipping right here is faster than using Boomer. It's so funny. Because you can hit that and then land out of bounds. And then because you landed out of bounds, it respawns you roughly in the middle of the room, which is right by the door. Chapter 5-4 is so optimized. It's so good. And now we have King Crocus. Skip the cutscenes. How does this fight look? A Leafy Green heard about your adventures and decided to join Mario and friends. You can now wear a Fluoro Sprout. If only they added that failsafe. All right, what's our strat here? 3D. Okay, there's definitely like a setup minute there. So that 20 damage from Bowser instantly ends phase 1. God, Bowser like clipping into NPCs and like warping to the top of them is crazy. Nice. That was a clean fight. That looks really difficult. I don't know how difficult that fight is in normal speedruns, but that execution right there is so tight.
Skips the sprout, skips the cabbage. This is the problem with robots taking our jobs.
Something AI, Super Paper Mario, speedrunning. I don't know. I don't quite have a joke here. I have like 40% of a joke, and you just heard it, so that's about all I got. And so, Mario and friends defeat King Crocus. And I thought that King Crocus dies, but apparently he's actually here in the postgame. Fun fact. I've never, ever gone to that room in the postgame in my life, but apparently he does exist. Yeah, I'll get the other 60% of the joke to you one day. All right, so this goes up. We're going to, once again, clip back down, use the blue pipe. I know, I thought he died too, but he's just there in the post game. He's just like alive. I'm tripping. I thought you were playing for like half an hour. Oh, I'm playing just with Bluetooth. All right, once again, mandatory Cudge block. There's no way to break those without Cudge. Now we'll get some carry movement again. We do have Dottie in the party because skipping all the pixels in this run still gives them to you. We don't need Dottie, though. You can just jump on that little invisible ledge, and boom. No Dottie necessary. Yo, Foot of a Fish, thank you for the 11 months. That is, in fact, the exact number of months that are in a year. Coincidence? Probably. How many chapter bosses are canonically alive after the chapter? I was actually thinking about making a YouTube short about that. For like probably each of the first 3 Paper Mario games. Maybe even all of them. like which bosses canonically survive the story or not. Because there's characters that die in every Paper Mario game, and I think it's kind of funny, the distinction. I think that's a heat idea, and I'm gonna do that one soon. All right, blue door achieved. Now we return pipe. Yeah, Love Bee also does come back in the post game. I do know that one. I've revisited that room in the post game. Okay, chapter 6. So this part also kind of sucks for actually running the game. Just the experience of it, not the most fun. Because it's pretty much just 20 mandatory fights with a shit ton of cutscenes. But luckily, we have the right arrow key at our disposal. So you go through here, cutscene happens, you fight the first Samurai guy. So what are the main methods of attack going to be? Okay, just a solid jump. Then we get the kill with the fire there. Bowser can stay on carry at the end of the fight. That only happens if you carry after you kill him, right? Because normally you definitely get forced off of carry here. Yeah, the carry animation finishes after you take damage. You mount carry as the Samurai guy dies. That's sick. So that saves an animation afterwards. Bowser's startled animation while he's on carry looks funny because he's like stationary, but just his eyes change. Okay, so apparently that is going to be the main sauce of this TAS of Samurai Kingdom right here. Oh, look at that. This is also important to highlight, though. This is another small optimization that makes way more of a difference than you'd think. If you jump as late as possible before the stage and then jump and land right next to the Samurai guy, you don't have to spend as long waiting for your character to walk into place. Damn, those jumps are tight. Those sword hitboxes are really, really annoying very often. So I think that's pretty much just going to be the tech that we use. I think any of them that die to fire, we do the carry glitch on, but I don't think that there's much else. Yeah, like that one just dies in 2 hits. So it's just fighting some Samurai guys. Oh, no carry strat there. I guess it's just only for the longer cutscene. So we'll skim past this, but there's some more interesting things coming up. Don't worry. Chapter 7 is also awesome in this. Okay, we killed this guy. Yep. Killed that guy. Oh, I fast-forwarded one too many. He already died. Ha! Man, the Bowser kills are very optimal here, though. Around 17 and 20 are cool. Hold on, which one are we on right now? Like 11? Skip to 17. 15. There's 17. So why is it you can skip that one? Yeah, so this corner clip I've shown in the game crash video for a specific crash. What is it? I got Zach and Phaser here. What is it about 17 that lets you skip that one? Yo, IX says thank you for the 2. Mario Kart World Code, let's go. Extra cutscenes at the end so you can skip them that way. Just because of the fact that they have extra cutscenes makes them skippable. That's crazy. That skips a cutscene. I didn't realize you could do that. Here's 18. Womp. Samurai guy on the floor is just stupid. Yeah, 17 has the brothers show up. That they have like the funny lore with like the martial arts academy thing. Huh? 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 What? I've never seen that in my life. Wait, that looked fucking awesome. Why can you grab this one? So you grab him, it starts the fight, he dies, it does the text, but the fight's just over. Yeah, okay. Yeah, enemies die when held into a cutscene. Why does that only apply to that guy? Does it just not save time on other Sammers? Okay, we skip this guy. Makes sense, because that's the Count Bleck cutscene. And then the rest of them are just going to be schlumped anyway. So he's just schlumped right there. It applies to more, but that one you want to do for time. Yeah, we skip the Bleck appearance here. You can skip it. Yeah, these guys are super schlumped. Yeah, Bleck was busy. He's doing other things right now. All right, there's 25 skipped. And then end of chapter. So let's see all, like, 15 frames of this Mimi fight. Yeah, this is just cutscenes. Yeah, that's what she says there. Sorry, my bad. It was way more than 15 frames. It was... like, less than 120, though. That was a sub 2-second fight. I think from first frame to last frame of her life, I think that was less than 2 seconds. Oh, that fight is so funny. If you're a high enough level, you can just hold down and win that fight. It's so funny. Like, it's not quite blink and you miss it, but maybe if you're going for, like, a quick yawn, you're like, oh, you close your eyes, you could miss it. Yeah, calling that a fight is an exaggeration. Okay, and then it's just holding right until the cutscene where the world fucking ends. Let's go. All right, some more cutscenes, and then we have the best part of the run here. We won't skip this part. This part's too good to skip. We cannot skip this. I refuse. World of Nothing. Such a good part of the game. So yeah, because carry movement speed is the same with Bowser or Mario or Peach, and
Bowser
very fast, we can just stay as Mario. Or Mario. This is definitely not Mario. We can stay as Bowser. Bowser literally just killed her on sight. So yep, it's Bowser and carry. It's fun. This is a fun video game. Wait, what? They give us something to watch? I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so this is just something that we can watch while they're moving. So this is if you did the 4-2 point grind, but with Bowser. So this is just bonus. This is not actually a part of the run. This is just like something to look at while Bowser is holding right in the world of nothing. Oh, the Bowser movement's kind of sick. I assume that, like, you would never want to use Bowser for this in a normal run because... oh, wait! Can you double jump with Bowser's fire? If you breathe fire, do you get a single frame to jump after? That's dumb. That's really dumb. Okay, so yeah, this is just TAS. I think this is faster than Mario. Or no, they're just getting more points than Mario got. Wait. No, they're not. They got, like, the same amount. But anyways, yeah, that looked fucking sick. I didn't realize you could double jump with Bowser and carry also. That looks really difficult, but that's cool. Okay, swap to Thudley right before the fight. And now it is L-type time. Man, the most ashamed that I think I've ever been making Paper Mario content is when someone in a short called me out for calling this Brobot Type L instead of L Type. Because I didn't have a rebuttal for that. They're right. This is called L Type, not Type L. They were fucking right, and I was wrong. Anyways, yeah, he dies really quickly. They don't even use the extra Thudley damage. They just use the... Or wait, are they getting Thudley damage there? Actually, Bowser's attack should be 8 by this point. So no, they are getting Thudley damage. Yeah. Nice. Yep, Brobot L-type is now dead. Important distinction. He's definitely not Brobot W-type. He just got fucking destroyed. Wait, you can clip through the floor and stand on this broken pure heart in this area? That's awesome. You got a funny rock. Yay. Brum, bum. Alright, and now he's sad. Bricked up pure heart is diabolical. Now Dimentio attempts to kill Mr. L. And now he dies and we never see Mr. L again. For the rest of the game, we never see him again. He's dead. That's it. They introduced him in Chapter 4 and killed him in Chapter 6. And then that was it. Very weird game design choice in my opinion, but this game made lots of weird choices. So that's just one of them that they threw in there. I think it's canon that Dimentio doesn't actually kill them. Yeah, but Mr. L never appears again, ever. We never see that guy again. That's one boss for the deaths video. Okay, so... Man, I gotta put that in the video just to see how many people get mad and comment. Just be like... Oh, yeah, and then Mr. L dies. We never see him again for the rest of the game, and then people are going to comment, and it'll be really funny because they're going to fall for the bait. And then they fall for the bait, and then I get 1 million views, and then I get $1 million, and then something profit. All right, so we give this guy to Rock, and then Dimentio fucking kills them, and they die, and they definitely die. Yes, and then Jobby, you can have $10 once this day happens. I'll give you... You know what, Jobby? You can have 11. I'll give everyone else 10, but you can have 11. Just don't tell them. Okay, Chapter 7 time. This chapter is awesome in the speedrun. Based on everything that I know going into this, Chapter 7 is probably the coolest one. Secret save with me, 11 months, $1 for every month. Let's go. All right, so they specifically avoid the fountain heal right there. I mean, they are short 2 health, but I mean, it's only 2 health, and it's a long animation. Okay, I guess this is technically still Chapter 6, but I consider this Chapter 7. We're at the Chapter 7. What the fuck? They put a fake out crash in it. That's a fucking JP crash that they added to the task to troll. They edited in a JP crash on their dolphin task. Bravo, Vince Gilligan. Sacred Ghost, you fucking evil individual. You could actually crash there if you're playing this on a Japanese Wii U Virtual Console. You can actually get that. You can't get that on Dolphin, though. Why would it have crashed anyway? JP crash. Yeah, I've definitely heard of someone crashing in that spot with a JP crash. I know the water movement. Yeah, you can get real Wii sounds on Dolphin crashes, but you can't get JP crashes on Dolphin. Because it has not been properly figured out what causes JP crashes other than the Wii and Super Paper Mario just being terrible and weird. Is like still currently the best. I mean, like there's more theories to it than that going around, but there's no definitive solution or answer to JP crashes. But they're trying to figure it out so they can maybe make a patch to not have them anymore, but I don't even know. I don't know where that'll go. Hard saying where it should go when it hasn't even been figured out yet. Okay, so this under the river twigs part is very cool. Shout outs to the 3D boat. That boat does exist in 3D. So we just instantly flip here to save having to accelerate twice. Drop right in the hole. Boom. Are we going to go in the... Oh, yes, we got it before the 3D timer. Oh, but we're going to take the damage here. Oh, my God, it's so optimal. So your 3D timer carries over between, like, everything, by the way. So your 3D timer is still at 1 tick when you go through the door. This carries over between, like, chapters... between like loading zones, between everything. So you set that up right there, instantly flip into 3D, and then as we discovered and messed around with during my underwater playthrough, you can use the momentum from taking damage to corner clip. So you just clip through this, and then you can swim through the entire level out of bounds, scot-free. So these bricks right here are the main thing that you want to skip because you have to change the water levels a lot to deal with those. And we can just do this and just swim past this entire part and go straight to Luigi. And then I think this movement is just like slightly extra optimal / TAS flare. And now we can find Luigi, who's just randomly in this level for some reason. They just kind of shoehorned him in the game right here. Don't really know why. Yeah, return pipe resets your 3D meter. And damage and heals, but like you can hit a star block and have like 1 or 2 ticks on your 3D meter and you'll have the same amount left after you hit a star block. Yeah, Mr. L's theme being used here has never made sense to me either. It's just like, I don't know, they just didn't want to make another theme for another character, I guess. They got lazy. And then we Luigi out of here, and then we get to see the nice clip back through. Actually, are they even going to do the clip? For Human Theory, the other clip right here might not be as fast. Let's see. Nice 3D movement right there. Okay, so no, they opt to not do that really easy clip that I learned during the underwater playthrough also. But they will clip back through. Probably using 3D damage again. Oh, this was just before that other clip. Okay, so yeah, the clip that I did in the underwater playthrough is apparently maybe faster, but it just wasn't discovered when this task was made. Okay, that would make sense also, because that strat's really easy and fast. The one where you just go in the bottom right corner of that spot, hold up left, and you clip through. So good. Okay, now that we have Luigi, we can go get Love Bee. What sick movement do they do in this room right here? I'm curious. Oh, is there no sick movement? Oh, no, there's got to be a skip. Yeah, here's the skip. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we can just go talk to Love Bee right here. She goes back to Queen JD's. We walk back to Queen JD's. We do some optimal swimming back to Queen JD's. Yeah, that jump didn't look very hard to do. I don't think that jump doesn't look crazy hard. Okay, Love Bee apologize. We get to Pure Heart. She sends us back. We get our pixels and shit back. We do some talking. Sorry, I'm just continuing to skip cutscenes. We all know what these look like. We've all played these games before. And then this heart pillar is, of course, in flop side again, so we're going to use this pipe we bought earlier. JD's nuts. What do you mean, we? I don't know. I just like saying we when I'm explaining things. It feels inclusive and fun. And it just uses, like, language that gets everyone involved in the process, you know? Even if it's not even technically correct. It's not about being correct. It's about vibes. Oh, they actually swapped to Luigi here. Rare moment where swapping to a character is faster than just using a Thudley jump. Alright, so we get this heart pillar. Warp back, going to 7-1, and what? It's the same world again. We were just here. That's crazy. And because Luigi's jumps are so good, we actually continue to play as Luigi for a little bit. Because not only can he do a super jump, but his regular jumps are also slightly higher than every other character. So he is actually the best choice to use here. His walking speed is also the same as Mario's without carry, and then everyone's are the same with carry. Using carry on the water right here. It's insane how good carry is in this run. Love Bee smoothie. Luigi always felt slightly faster to me. I'm pretty sure he's the same. I'm pretty sure he has the same movement speed as Mario. You do use the pixel shaped like a cross to carry or to go across the water. You can walk on water with the cross shaped pixel. What did they mean by this? Yeah, and Luigi's walking is really slippery, which is extra annoying in this game. But that's always been a 2D Mario Luigi thing. It's just really sucks in a like less platforming and like technical heavy platformer game. Alright, so 7-2 is also a little bit of a slog, but obviously the speedrun can do some sick movement. So obviously we're not going to be lighting any torches because we know this entire level anyway. But you can do some really fast skips with some Luigi super jumps. Like, okay, that was pretty clean. That was pretty clean. Then we do the quiz. All these answers are the same, so you just memorize. Like, the order is the same every time, so you just memorize which options are which. Go through the door guy stuff, talk to these guys, and then we get to the Bowser fight. Yeah, we get to see that schmovement a second time, too. That's the best part about 7-2. Wait, the Kudgeon to, like, super quick super jump. Wait, that's actually so good. I'm amazed at how cool looking the boss strategies all are in this TAS. It's so good. Yeah, the Kudge fandom. This is a big week for the Kudge fandom. Type 1 in chat if you're a true Kudger. Alright, so Bowser rejoins our team. And then we probably don't immediately swap back to him. Yeah, there's my ones. Let's go. Honestly, I'm surprised how few twos I see. Most people are true Kudgers. Kudge fans rejoice. Okay, let's see the movement in this room. Aw, no Luigi super jump shenanigans. That makes sense. This is the boring answer, but the correct answer, you just kind of jump up and you just do it.
I went swimming today, thankfully in the ocean south of Boston and not in the Mario Hell River.
C6 south of Boston, thank you for the $5. Username reference in the message. Let's go. This was done RTA except the last jumps. Man, they did a good-ass job. It's clean. All right, these answers are all the same each time. I saw Phaser say something about, like, being able to buffer menu inputs for this to answer the questions slightly faster. I wonder how much time, like, especially less experienced runners lose on segments like this just with menuing and text mashing. All right, now here's the really fun part of the chapter. This is one of the stupidest design choices in this entire video game. So you have to talk to this old lady. You have to talk to her. She is the only one that has the key. And when you do, to do her side quest, you get warped back to the very beginning of the level to get the diet book. And then you replay the entire level again. And it's really dumb. Like, it's very tasteless backtracking in a game that has some pretty tasteful, intentionally tedious gameplay segments, like Chapter 2-3, you know, with the hamster wheel, or the return to the, like, void. This one sucks. This one's really dumb. You just have to navigate the level again. It doesn't even take, like, that long. It just takes a little bit of time. It's just dumb. Or all of Chapter 5. Nah, this part is more egregious to me, just because it doesn't add anything. So you come all the way back, you get the key. It doesn't even take that long. It's just dumb. It's dumb without any story impact. Wait, Chobby, was that account you? I didn't even realize it. My bad. I will not be unbanning it. All right, so I'm assuming this is where that shooting star we got in Chapter 4 is finally going to be useful. Because shooting star just absolutely one-taps this fight. It steamrolls it, 100% accurate, it's guaranteed, there's no skill. It's gorgeous. Let's see that frame one item. Yeah, instantly pull that. Boom, 20 damage. 20 damage. 20 damage, and they die. Oh yeah, shooting star is an absolute staple there. I do that in casual runs now too.
Man, look at those 3 colors splashing around, wow.
Don't say those words in combination. Don't say color and splash back to back ever again. Alright, so anyways, fucking rip Underchomp, but 7-3. So this is another level that is pretty difficult in the normal real-time speedrun attempts of this game. Obviously not a huge issue in a TAS, but it's very cool. This is a fun one. This is a fun one to try casually, or like try to do the speedrun strat, but like not with a timer, just for fun. I do recommend. So there's a lot of just like, you know, predetermined Luigi jumps. Like you just figure out where to do it and you remember where to do it. And you can just shred through some of these over there stair rooms. Yeah, fast flower, my goat. Oh, the fast flower on these like bouncy platforms is so quick. You can get through there so fast. The fast flower uses in the speedrun are genuinely sick. Way cooler than any of the, like, possible uses for them in casual. They're pretty underwhelming in casual. Man, shoutouts to Luigi just, like, jumping off screen there the whole time. Okay, so we go over to the right here. There's a little trampoline guy. And we're not going to be getting any apples in this run. We don't need apples where we're going. All right, it's Thudley jump time. So this is the first, like, Peach check. This is a pretty soft check, but it is a check, and you can do it in 2 Thudley jumps. So normally you're supposed to use Peach to glide across there, and it's supposed to prevent you from continuing, but it's not that hard to skip. So then you can go up here. I know, Peach skip, it's so easy. The instant Thudley jumps. Okay, so there's a couple of them. Rare actual Luigi swap again. Wait, why we wait? There's a platform cycle off screen. That's why we wait. Another off-screen door. I love the off-screen doors.
Just beat Cleaver in DKC2.
Yo, Gio, you're
excellent
actually playing
boss.
Donkey Kong Country 2. The bosses in DK Country 2, so good. Way better than the first game. All right, now we will hop up to this level. So this is where Peach Skip begins. So this is normally where you have to feed the red apple to Cyrus the Cloud so that he becomes really big and trampoline-like. But Cyrus doesn't spawn if you don't unlock Peach, and we didn't unlock Peach. So all we can do is just Peach Skip. And then you can do a quick Luigi swap here because there's just these few random clouds waiting here that appear in the cutscene. Yo, Zethios, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Looking for that Mudkip? Nope, no Mudkip. But once again, I see names I recognize, so W.
Thanks for the race, Kevin E.S. Good game.
Shout out to the Mario Kart lobby happening right now also. Thank you so much for those 5 gifted, Zethios. And we're still skipping Peach. Yeah, this trick takes a bit of time. It takes a while to Thudley jump all the way up, but this saves time still. As long as you do this without making a ton of Thudley jump mistakes, you can still save... What was it again? I knew this number recently, and for some reason I can't remember it. Isn't it like 30 seconds to a minute with decent execution? No, it's probably more than that. No, isn't it like 2 minutes? I literally specifically found and said this number in the Peach Skip YouTube short, and then I completely forgot it since then. So, I don't know, I'm dumb. But anyways, that is Peach Skip. Just requires a ton of Thudley jumps. And it's definitely a little bit of a wall for runners. But it's very worth it. You can get pretty consistent at Thudley jumps. Yeah, so that skips getting Peach, the black apple for waking her up, the red apple for Cyrus, and that's the main advantage that it offers. It skips those 3 things. And you actually have Peach missing from the party, as the HUD correctly displays here, until the end of 8-1. It's about 2 minutes. It saves 2 minutes to do a good Peach skip. Yeah, the Cyrus cutscene is also long as hell. So we'll go over here, save this Canadian. Quick Bowser for a quick kill. It's faster to swap to him still. All right, Canadian is saved. Thank you for the key. Yo, that's a clean Luigi jump right there. Smooth, solid. All right, we're gonna Thudley jump here, right? Yeah. So this is a Canadian skip. This skip's having to unfreeze the other guy to get that elevator working, saves a lot of cutscenes. I mean, doing that Thudley jump is faster than the animation of the elevator going up and down alone, let alone unlocking it. Then we'll walk past all of these frozen Canadians and this frozen Prime Minister Canadian. And then, Thudley time! So this is good old Rainbow Bridge skip. It saves like 7 minutes. It's way easier than Peach skip. It's one of the best skips in the whole run. Frozen Justin Trudeau. Okay, there we go. Rainbow Bridge has been skipped. It saves so much time. 6 to 7 minutes. And then this guy and everything plays out as if you did the whole chapter. And it just works. All right, here's the bitrate friendly part. The bitrate loves this part. How much faster could Bone Chill be than in a casual run where he dies in like 4 seconds? Maybe we can get 3 seconds. Hold on. Place your bets, guys, right now. Type how many seconds you think the Bone Chill fight is going to last. From first frame of the fight starting to first frame of Bone Chill being dead. How many seconds do you guys think? We'll count it. We'll count it in our very unprecise way. Once again, hitting the block and not even getting it. Okay, we'll talk to Gramby. Bone Chill is here.
How many levels
God,
actually let
he has
you
so much
use
presence
all
and such a
four
cool
partners
design,
from
and this is
start
such a
to
climactic
finish?
encounter. Surely it's not going to be an easy fight. How many levels actually let you use all 4 partners from start to finish? Technically, just 7-4. 7-4 is the only chapter in the game where start to finish, you have every party member that you can unlock in this game. And in this case, we don't have her because we skipped her. So anyways, let's see how long this Bone Chill fight is. You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay, Mario's moving here. It starts at like 252.01. Got to swap to Bowser, actually, not Luigi. Don't even need Luigi. So more of this fight is spent in character swapping animations than fighting him. So you swap to Bowser. The damage sets up like a weird hitbox thing. You shred him, swap back to Mario so you don't have to swap back later. So the fight is including these character swaps. Just like about 6 seconds. It's about 6 seconds, including 2 character swaps. And this one is only so that you don't have to swap back later. So that's overlapping. So 5.5 seconds, 6 seconds or so. Awesome. And he gets his 80 damage dealt to him in like half a second. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, 4 of the seconds were in menus. And then this cutscene is so sad, and it's emotional, and shoutouts Lovebee. Hopefully no one puts her in a blender by accident. That would be awful. Boom. Final pure heart of the run. Yeah, we got the cum heart. The rest of them are pure, but this one is cum. Me turning on my blender.
I like how this looks like Bowser got damaged and was so upset at it he just defied gravity and pounded Bone Hill's head.
That's basically what Bowser does in hard mode. We just got to play as hard mode Rubies and Magic Bowser for like a moment. Or I mean, Timmy Allen Speed or whatever his name is. Timmy Allen Steven. What, Tommy Allen Steven? I don't even remember what my task bit was. That guy did it really quick. I already forgot my own joke. I suck. Anyways, cutscenes. Cutscenes. So we talk to Merlin. We head over to Flopside. Final Heart Pillar is just the one over here. Ha! You can activate it with a Fleep Cancel here as well. I accidentally muted it. That's why nothing's happening. And the camera just locks. Yeah, I didn't mean to mute it. My bad. So that is really funny. The camera's just like, you know what? I'm going to hang out there. Oh, it figured itself out. So good. Yeah, Mario flipped into 4D for a second. Once again. And that spawns the final door to Castle Bleck. Walk back. Talk to this guy. Wait, what was that Fleep use? Ha! I see. It's just a quick way to teleport back over. That's 2 3D cancels with Fleep. For the price of 1 swap to him. Yep, Fleep is for faster unflips, and you can do 2 of them there. Is Fleep secretly busted? It's not even that secret. Look at that cutscene skip right there. That skips the emotional final conversation with Merlin and Nolrem. Kind of. Mostly. It still hits the cutscene trigger, but it just loads anyway. What a silly camera moment. All right, and here's Castle Bleck. Surely this is going to be a long, climactic, and difficult final level. Can we Fleep here? No, we can't. I was wondering if there was a strat to use like a Fleep cancel to enter this door without walking all the way over here. .3D doors really want you to be in 3D to open them. Yeah, they're very strict in this game. Okay, so there's no key in there. This is just a couple left to right rooms. Is this where Peach suddenly returns from Chapter 7? So you'll notice it'll update it on the HUD. It should be after the Ochunks fight. So here's this is a mandatory door. There's a key in here that you need. Quick little Luigi use. So because we don't have Peach, this ends up being a required Thudley jump. But I mean, if you did Peach skip, you can do another single Thudley jump here. I believe in you. The way that the shell kills their shells is they place them down. Yeah, if you had Dashel, you wouldn't need Thudley. Yeah, we're just about at the 3-hour mark in the TAS. Honestly, for how few, like, actual sequence breaks are in this game, I'm very impressed that, like, the world record and, like, top-level runs are, like... Let's see, world record is 3 hours, 46 minutes now. The first 3:46 was achieved recently by Sacred Ghost, creator of this TAS. So 3 hours, 46 for the human world record, and then this TAS is, like, 3.5. Is crazy to me for how few sequence breaks there are. Because you enter every single chapter and, like, do most of the required story stuff. Like, it's crazy how much of this run is just cutscenes and text. All right, guys, pay attention to that pattern on the wall with those torches right there. Very important. Do not forget. All right, now another mandatory Bowser use. This is one of the ones that is completely unskippable no matter what you do, as we discussed in the Mario Only Challenge. Because there's just no damn way to enter this door without being in 3D and being on the ground. If there, like, is a way to do it, it's not faster or anything or easy enough to do. So this is just the way that it's done. What if you eat the door? That might work. All right, it's Chunks time. So Peach appears in this cutscene, even though she's not in our party at all right now. All right, let's see this this Big O Chunks kill. That Thudley swap before indicates, yeah. 5 tapped. He got 5 tapped by Bowser and Thudley. And then ceiling time. And now, currently, the HUD is updated to have our whole party here. Because at this point in the game, it updates your party. Like, it forces you to be just Bowser no matter what. And so then they just programmed it instead of being like, okay, what characters did you have before?
Also, so far, DKC2 is way easier.
Okay, Geo, don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. Donkey Kong Country 2 feels easy at first because you're fresh off of beating Donkey Kong Country 1, so you're good at the game. Do not be fooled. So the game that... Oh. I bumped a number hotkey again. Hold on, wait. So the way that this game is programmed, the developers don't look at what your party looked like before. They're just like, okay, you only had Bowser. Now that Bowser's done, now you have Mario, Peach, and Luigi. And that's just how it's programmed. So even if you skip Peach, you get her back. I love making fun of this game. No one hates Super Paper Mario more than Super Paper Mario fans. What if I'm a fan and I don't hate it? You're lying. This game sucks. All right, nice Thudley jump. This skip is so useful. You cut out so much bullshit by doing this skip. I do this every time I play the game now. All right, some sick 3D movement again. Once again, that's another side door right there that doesn't have a key in it. There's a couple of those in 8-1 and 8-2. Just side doors that you'd think are required, but nope. Just bonus. And then we always get this mushroom because this is the only room that spawns the key in it. Who's your favorite boss in this game? I'd say in terms of the actual fights, either 8-2 Spider Mimi or Count Bleck. And speaking of 8-2 Spider Mimi, let's see how clean this is. So there's probably gonna be some like cycle skips here because she has like funny attack things and some of them can take some time and you can kind of just skip them if you're precise enough. Please tell me choosing Francis is optimal. I have bad news for you. All right, Amazy Daisy, not even gonna kill it. Oh, but it's gonna run with us. Oh, wait, that was kind of wholesome. We got a little, just a quick little jog in with our friend the Amazy Daisy. Yeah, Robot L-Type is also a really cool boss fight. If you fight it with just Fleep, it's pretty balanced and fun. Other than the fact that it's really easy to not take damage. But, you know, ignoring that. All right, Mimi neck break time. I fully believe that this is probably the most balanced fight in the game difficulty-wise. Mostly because it requires a fixed number of hits, but she can actually be difficult to avoid. Okay. These cycle skips, this is very precise, by the way. You can do these RTA, but it's difficult. Yo, T-Dog, thank you for the $2. Yes, is the answer to your question. A solid yes. So yeah, this is easier with carry. Okay, so here, let's go back and look at this a little bit closer. So this skip is like... So normally when you jump on her and damage her, she is scripted after losing her first leg every time to use the attack where she turns into a little like spinning like Beyblade thing that you have to avoid as she like bounces around the room. But I believe it's frame perfect if you just jump on her head right after that first leg falls off. So right here, you can just barely hit her and cancel that before she starts it, and you'll notice she even plays the sound effect for starting that attack. You hear that? That's the sound that she makes when she does that attack. That's what that is. And there's another one. And then she's dead. There we go. So clean. I'm glad you guys like my sound effects. Once again, I've talked about it as a bit, but I actually really want to do it whenever I stop not wanting to do it. I really want to do a version of Super Paper Mario where I re-record every sound in the game with just my voice. Just for the fucking fun of it. It's so much work. It's such a dumb bit. It's way too much work. And I want to do it so bad. It'd be so funny. The amount of work to the result is just such a funny ratio. Alright, and now Peach dies. I'll do it when I stop not wanting to, is the answer for a lot of the things that I do on this channel, honestly. He'll do it for 150k subs. There's not, like, that many sound effects in this game. Hold on, wait. I have the folder, like, downloaded with all the sound effects from the sounds resource. Wait, I don't? Okay, maybe I don't. Did I misplace it? I may have misplaced it. No, I have the T2ID one. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. There's, like, somewhere in the, like, 1200-ish range. Alright, we're doing some fast flower. Also, pretty good XP there, just from a few jump combos. Actually, wait, no, they didn't kill them, though. No, the XP was not crazy, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying, ignore me. Alright, quick Luigi swap. Wait. Is it just a little... is there just a trigger saying that you have to touch the top right there? And then you can just go through the door? That's so funny. I'm amazed that Luigi is actually faster than Thudley jumping at some parts. Alright, there's the Ice Storm. It looks like the final item that we're gonna get in this playthrough because they filled all the slots. Honestly, it's so interesting how few items are handled during this. Like... the chocolate bar, That was in chapter 4-3, and that was only 2 items ago. We are still holding the last 2 items as well as our beloved gold bar. Yeah, Luigi probably also just saves some time over the fact that you don't have to flip to do a big jump versus Thudley jumps have mandatory flips. Yeah, and the Mighty Tonic, I'm sure, is going to be used. I think that's just used on Super Dementia. Or no, maybe it's used on Count Bleck. It's used on one of the 2. This room in the underwater challenge fucked my mind up. The fact that it like does a floor check in between each hit and using carry made it work is so funny. Look how normal this room looks when you do it normally. It's so simple. After all the pit percent runs, it's really funny to see a speedrun going to the end of the game. I know there's a rest of the game after the pit, believe it or not. I always forget about that fact. Yeah, and they even included these enemies from the pit in the rest of the game as a little nod. That's so cool that they did that. Are you going to do a video with the arcade mini games? Yes, that's another, like, soon upcoming one that I want to do. Yo, nice Fleep ledge cancel to open that lock. Just a little bit quicker. Come to think of it, I don't think any of the virus links I've sent this stream have gone through. Huh, that's weird. Here, Piplip, let me add you as a moderator so you can send those. I think that's the issue. As I think you have to be mod to send virus links. I'll fix that. I got you. Yeah, the mini games in the arcade are so good. I'm a Tilt Island stan. Tilt Island is the best. Nice gold bar clip right here. Man, that's actually... Why the fuck did I not do this like any other time that I've ever played this? It's so easy. Just clip through there. Boom, you're right at the chest. No, like, movement necessary. And then we can just jump back through. Fleep ledge cancel, open the door from the middle of the room. And boom, here's Dementio. And here's time for such a fun part of Super Paper Mario. It's definitely not padding. So this is going to be the Fleep backtrack part. So nothing crazy happens in any of these. Like, this is just walk to the end with carry, and then swap to Fleep, and then, yeah. That's an optimal jump into the blue switch. Like, Mario's already inside of the spot where it spawns, and he hits it. Let's see, right here, I think they just... Did they do laser bypass? No, they Thudley jump. Oh yeah, we'll stay for World of Nothing. Don't worry. There was bonus content in World of Nothing last time. I don't want to miss out on that. Okay, I think this one's pretty boring though. I think you just optimal water movement, Fleep, get that switch. We love padding in our Paper Mario games. It's comfortable and familiar because they do it in every fucking game. Fast flower. Yeah, thank God for this. Wait, the PAL pills, are those for the level up? Is that just part of XP routing, or is that... I mean, they got some bonus XP from killing things also. Yeah, General White flashbacks. Okay, isn't there a funny thing you can do here, or is it pretty much the same as before? No, that's pretty funny. Basically just canceling the 3D, like, right as you're on this edge right here and just clipping through. Boom, easy.
As a tabletop game designer and aspiring indie video game
developer,
developer,
thank you for
what
another
elements from the
$5.
Mario RPGs would you advise against pulling from?
I mean, in general, that was Funky Kong in my Paper Mario game. Wait, that was awesome. Just to answer the question real quick, I would like actually recommend, from this perspective, playing Paper Mario Color Splash, because Color Splash has a lot of really good examples of what you should and shouldn't do with like that style of video game. It's like everything that Color Splash does with the battle system, do not do. It's some good advice I have for you. Yeah, definitely add Rochambeau. Yeah, pay close attention to Rochambeau if you actually look at Color Splash for inspiration as to what not to do. There's Funky Kong. New funky mode in Super Paper Mario. Oh, he crashed and he's dead. Oh, did he hit that pebble? He canonically hit that pebble. I'm not buying a Wii U to play Color Splash. That is so fair. I do recommend the Wii U also, just as like a console for casual play of any Wii U, or GameCube games. They're pretty cheap, and once you mod them, they are incredible, actually. I legitimately want to get a second one, because I have my Wii U that stays here for all Super Paper Mario content stuff and whatever else I need a Wii U for, Color Splash apparently. I legitimately want to get a second one for my living room so I can like play like Wii games with my siblings and stuff when they visit. And you can get a Wii U for less than $100. Okay, so another really fun part of this game is that you get to do this room a third time. It's the same movement every time you do it, except no door guy here. It's so silly. Overlapping a pixel swap with the animation there. And now we're back to Dimentio. How can Wii U play GameCube games again? It can't from the factory. You can't just put GameCube games in the disk drive, but in its like Wii virtual compatibility mode.
I just noticed how much I need a world of nothing but stuff happens in the background and foreground edit.
Wait, mods or not mods, but anyone in the Bringle community, make that happen. Okay, hold on. Wait, we need to take a sec on this Dimentio fight. Let me finish what I was saying before. I was saying something about the Wii U, I think. Oh yeah, on the virtual Wii, on the Wii U, you can load GameCube ROMs because it has like an actual, it runs like actual Wii hardware. So it runs GameCube games just as good as an actual Wii. Anyways, let's look at this nice Dimentio fight. The positioning from the squares to line him up for a big combo is crazy. This is where we use the Ice Storm. I don't think this kills him, but that does. What a silly fight. God, that's so funny. The fact that Luigi's super jump isn't even the fastest way to kill him shows how broken this game is, because the super jump is already broken. And now Luigi dies again. Actually, no, this is a different character. This is Luigi's first death. Although he presumably got sent to the underwear after trying to attack the Chaos Heart or something. Or like whenever Nastasia like kidnapped him, I think that's when they killed him and sent him to the underwear. And then shortly after that, Mr. L joined. What a funny little game, plot-wise. You can no longer play as Luigi. Bringle said underwear, liking the stream for that. I better see that number go up, Piplup. You better not be lying. Alright, 8-4, the final level of the run, where most of the runtime in this segment will be spent in a cutscene. Yes, Geo. Thank you, Geo. Counter argument, you made Skibbity Bringle today, so takes one to know one. Oh my god, the like number has gone up, so we can only assume that Piplup hit like. And if Piplup hit like, then I guess everyone else should hit like too. Wow, what? Maze enjoyers, get your cameras. Yeah, maze enjoyers. Oh, you're not ready for what's about to show up. Okay, so I'm actually interested to see how they deal with all the cycles here. Yeah, you know what? Fuck going around. We'll just go in front. The cycles in this room are really annoying. Yep, that was gameplay right there. Yep, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. The way that these platforms don't just spawn on a constant cycle always annoys me, and I don't know why it's like that. Let's jump right into the pipe here. Wait, we're actually using Dottie? That's crazy. I didn't realize that you actually used Dottie here. I'm surprised Dottie's even faster than a gold bar clip. It's probably not by much. Only required Dottie use in the run. And even then, it's not required to be Dottie. You can gold bar clip through that. What even was that? If you unshrink... Here, if you unshrink while you're in a hole in this game, Mario just gets really squishy and gets normal movement. So you can spam jump and it's funny, but he's walking at faster speeds than if you were using Dottie. You know what? See, you know how I said the platform cycles were annoying? We'll just Thudley jump. We'll just Thudley jump to skip some of it. You know what? They are annoying. Okay. So after this room, we get to the maze section. I want to see how fast the Human Theory TAS does the maze. Yes, Piplup fan. I do think that. All right, let's see this maze. All right, once again, for your next casual playthroughs, pay attention to where they go. So that you can just instantly solve this. Look, you just do that. And then you can solve that when you do a casual playthrough. Yeah, maze enjoyers, this is your moment. This is a good maze. I've always liked this section. I think this section is fun. I think it is, like, genuinely challenging and is one of the few times that having, like, limited 3D actually feels like it kind of matters, even though it doesn't. So there's that. And now, once again, if you're going to play this again soon, just do exactly this when you get here and you won't get lost. You just do this. Ah. But we'll do a quick one of these. Clip right into the door and then go through the door. Nice. Once again, the disrespect of hitting the block with the mushroom and then not getting the mushroom. It's happened so many times in this run. Okay, and now we arrive at the final couple gameplay segments. There's quite a few cutscenes at the end of this game, but you know what? I can forgive several minutes of cutscenes at the end of a run, but fortunately, this run also has several minutes of cutscenes at the beginning. Just has a little bit of something for everyone, I would say. All right, so they talk, and then Mario tries to attack Bleck, but he's invincible. Yeah, that's pretty standard, just going for 3 attacks right there, nothing crazy. 4 heroes return, the pure hearts appear, Count Bleck's barrier is shattered, and then we can fight him for real. Wow. Oh, the Mighty Tonic is for Bleck. Yes, we got a Wii Remote Zerkoff. Bowser chunked it. All right, the tonic is for Bleck, which makes sense because Bleck teleports after every hit. So you want to get as much extra damage as you can. And then that dash attack. You can combo him off that dash attack. That's not terribly hard to do, but lining it up like that so you can use the ceiling also, very nice. So yeah, that saves several Bleck teleports and attack animations and everything. Third attack is always that dash. Yeah, so if you just get it lined up in the right spot, you can just shred him. I think this game might be a little easy. Nah. Here's the part where Anastasia dies. She's dead. We'll just skip what happened. She just died. Probably heart failure. I think it just gave up. And now, so there's a funny little reference right here. You guys can't see because the game's in Japanese, but Dimentio actually refers to Luigi as Mr. L here, which is a clever nod to Mr. L that appeared earlier in the game in Chapter 4 and Chapter 6. Dimentio calls him that kind of as a reference because they have some similar attributes. And I've always thought that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a deep cut right there, I know. But it is a pretty cool callback to earlier in the game. Okay, let's see the invincible Dimentio fit. Wait, the Mighty Tonic lasts between both phases? There's no way it lasts into the Dimentio fight, right? Or like into the full proper phase? Okay, so here's cutscenes. This is all just cutscenes again. Oh, that's right. These cutscenes are way faster than I think. It's not Thousand Year Door. Okay. No, the tonic is gone now, but we don't really need the tonic. We have Bowser Thudley. Man, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny looking. It's fuck, I want to watch it again. It's so good. It uses another thing where you like take damage with Bowser on purpose and then use his iframes to like kind of clip through up and damage. The head takes a little bit more damage than the neck brace does. The neck thing takes it has 4 defense. But it doesn't matter. We have Bowser and Thudley. Good job, Bringle. I know, guys. I just barely managed to clutch this run out. Hold on, let me pick up my controller for the first time. All right, let's mash through the text. Let's mash through the text. Except this cutscene's long. I don't want to keep this bit up the whole time. And so, pretty much the rest of it is just mashing text. But for full completeness sake, the run ends on till we meet again, or it's may we meet again in another time and place. That is when time ends, right before the credits. It just feels the most complete this way. So something of the prophecy has been averted. Mario's saved the entire world. Tippy and Bleck are gonna have banger afterlife fucking sex. May we meet again in another time and place. And time. Did they make it an exact number on purpose? It's 0.00. Wait, why does Dimentio have the fresh fucking J's? Wait, oh my god, the credits are... Oh, there's some good community memes here. Wait, the Green Bridge is awake. Who woke up the Green Bridge? Who did it? Who did it? I don't even know all of these. I'm just going to watch this and see which jokes I get from my time trolling around the SPM community. This is a good one. Wait. Want drugs? I thought it said wait, drugs for a second, which was equally funny to me. Okay, that's like 30% of someone's face. Oh my God. Hey, look, as a person that, I mean, I'm not from California, but I live in Washington State. We got I-5 in Washington State. This is so fucking true, man.
Good job for speed running the game, Bringle. You totally killed it. Those perfect skips were truly a marvel.
Yo, J Money,
May the money
thank you
go
so much for the
towards
$20. I know, I played really good. Oh my God, quadruple whackers.
Wow, turtle wow, turtle wow.
Thank you for the turtle wows. Thank you for the $20. I really appreciate the support. Oh my God, that's Flash in Minecraft. That's Paper Mario in real life. That's wide. That's someone. That's art of someone. Phase chunks. All these credits are great. Got nothing there, huh? No, it's just cute artwork. Green Bridge skip. Luigi's Casino. Yep. That's just pit percent.
You can
Yo,
tell
the
Luigi
Parastone
is Mr. L
Buzzy.
by
The
how
shady
painted he
Parastone
is.
Buzzy.
Thumbs up
Shout outs to
emoji.
Flash. You can tell Luigi is Mr. L by how painted he is. Every time Paper Mario Color Splash gets brought up, I die a little bit more inside. I like how half of these pictures are just extreme close-ups of people's mouths. Special deals this Sunday. Bring a turtley leaf to our restaurant. Receive a free Koopa tea. Oh, thank you, Saffron. Yep, makes sense. Shout out Zach Link. Shout out Survive the Internet in Jackbox 4. God, these credits are funny. Whackers in the fountain. I love these. Shout outs to Sacred Ghost once again for making this task. Shout outs to the Super Paper Mario speedrun community for all the work to discover all this stuff. It's honestly, it's such a crazy speedrun. There's so many cool details and optimizations in it. Like, I'm shocked how optimized so many levels are in this. So the final time for this task, like we saw, was 3:33:58. So about 12 to 13 minutes faster than the current any percent world record. And that just goes to show, like, both how much potential there still is for this game, but also just how hard this game is to speedrun at a top level. This is a hard video game, surprisingly, once you, like, try to play it this way. Easy video game for anyone else, but hard if you're trying to speedrun it. But shoutouts to everyone involved. Shoutouts to Ghost for making this task and being the current world record holder. Shoutouts to the Dimentio drip mod right here. Shoutouts to everyone who was involved in all of the things that led to this task being created. I mean, you can just tell from how this video is made, not only how good the task itself is, but, like, just how well made the video is, like, how much people just give a shit about this game. And I think it's awesome. I think it's super cool. I think it's fun. I love this game, and I love talking about it. And I'm glad that there's so many people that are just pushing this game to its limits and finding so many dumb, useless things that are just fun to talk about and fun to look at. And shoutouts to the fake JP crash. Where was that again? I want to say that was in, like, 7-1. Isn't it, like, right here? Hold on. I think it's right here. Yep. Fake JP crash. Where's my shout out for watching a guy watching the task? Yep, shout outs to the, like, 600 to 700 average viewers. That not that you guys are average, the number averaged around that spot. You guys are extraordinary. Shout outs to all the people that watched me watch a video. I love content. I love making content and being so transformative. This was my first, like, full-on reaction stream. It was fun.
Join the Discord now. Lightning flash.
Also that, Zethios, thank you for the $2. Join the Discord if you haven't already. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream today. I'll probably find a way to edit this into a video. And of course, you know, push people towards watching the full thing. Because I think this full thing is worth watching. I definitely recommend if you guys really want to watch this again, on the main SPM community channel. This is the version with a lot more views. This version has commentary from multiple runners in the community. We have NM Flash, Zach Link, JCR, and Sacred Ghost. So if you guys want to see what people who know way more about this game have to say about it, I recommend this video, this version of
game, or to make a tabletop RPG set in the Mario world. What should my focus be?
Yo, XS, thank you so much for the $5. I mean, honestly, I'd just say, like, just start working on one. If it works out, if it's tickling your fancy, if you're having a good time, keep going at it. Or if you just start it and you're just like, I don't really know what I want to do with this. I don't really have a direction in mind. Try the other one. That's what I would say. So anyways, that's it for the Bringle stream today. Do I have anyone here on this lovely little YouTube site to host? I don't know if I do. Nah, I don't, because YouTube streaming is not as popular as Twitch streaming. So anyways, take care of yourselves. May we meet again in another time and place. See what I did there? SPM reference. And I'll stream again in like a day or two. I don't know yet. I don't have a plan yet. I'm free-forming this week. But there will be shorts every day, and there will be another video soon. So, have a good night, guys. Take care, and I'll see you around. Appreciate you guys as always. Goodbye. Good night.